crew is on fire, and so is your shine when you wash at Tsunami Express Car Wash. Keep your ride looking its best all season long. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
10 minutes from first pitch, it's the Brewers and the Pirates to begin the weekend series at PNC. We welcome you back to the On Deck Show, built by Menards. And on this Friday night, let's get to the starting lineups, presented by Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, supporting Wisconsin's critical infrastructure. Visit WIIN at wisconsininfrastructure.com. The Brewers facing Johan Oviedo, just his fifth start back after missing nearly 2 full seasons due to injury. Here are the 9 for Pat Murphy. It begins with Bryce Terang back in there in the leadoff spot, and he will play second base. For the second day in a row, Isaac Collins is batting second. He'll be the left fielder. And Jackson Churio goes to the 3 spot. He is back in center field for this one tonight, carrying that major league best on base streak, which has currently gone up 27 consecutive games. William Contreras in the cleanup spot. He'll do the catching for this one. And Sal Frelick, the right fielder, is batting 5th. Andrew Vaughn, the first baseman off of a 3-hit day yesterday, is batting in the 6th spot. Jake Bowers gets the start as the designated hitter. He started 3 of the last 4 games. He's batting 7th. Caleb Durbin, the rookie third baseman. He's swung it extremely well for the last few weeks, and he mans the 8th spot with Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, hitting 9th against Oviedo. On the other side of the card, Quinn Priester, second time that he gets to face the team that drafted him, the Pittsburgh Pirates. He faces these 9. It begins with the third baseman, Jared Triolo. His bat has come to life in recent weeks. He bats first with Spencer Horwitz, the first baseman, hitting second. Brewer killer Brian Reynolds hitting .400 against Milwaukee this year. He's in right field batting third, and the veteran Tommy Pham plays left and is the cleanup batter. Andrew McCutcheon is the designated hitter at age 38, still having a fine season. He'll bat 5th. The shortstop for this one is Nick Gonzalez, and he hits number 6. O'Neal Cruz has moved down in the order for manager Don Kelly. He's hitting 7th and playing center field. We've seen him batting leadoff a lot of the year. Joey Bart will do the catching and hit 8th. And just recently called up for the first time this year, prospect infielder Nick York is the second baseman, and he'll hit 9th against Quinn. Tonight's umpires are presented by Cannon and Dunphy. Behind home plate, Paul Clemens calling balls and strikes. Ramon DeJesus is at first with Brian Walsh at second, and the crew chief, Adrian Johnson, over at third. Cannon and Dunphy, a premier Milwaukee personal injury law firm with over $1 billion recovered. They're your advocates for justice, no matter the size of your case. Cannon and Dunphy, experience, results, justice. Lane has more as we get closer to first pitch. The On Deck Show, built by Menards from PNC Park, continues on the Brewers Radio Network.
Members of LIUNA are the most diverse trade in Wisconsin's construction industry, partnering with over 900 contractors to meet the demand for a skilled, safe, and productive workforce. Their union members construct roads, bridges, buildings, sewer and water lines, and energy infrastructure. Feel the power of a career as a member of the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, where you will earn great union wages, health care, and a pension. Learn why you are worth so much more by visiting liunawisconsin.org. LIUNA Wisconsin.org.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package request early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is being brought to you by Citgo. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Concordia University of Wisconsin. Usinger's famous sausage. Usinger's in baseball, it's just not summer without them. American Family Insurance. Menards. Prevea Health. Construction Business Group. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Market, Palms Tire, West Bend Insurance, The Silver Lining, U.S. Cellular, built for us, Carbless, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, Island Resort and Casino, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Cousin Subs, Ottawa Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and the Wisconsin Dental Association. Brewers and Pirates, Game 1 of this 3-game series. We'll have the first pitch for you when we return after this on the On Deck Show, built by Menards, on the Brewers Radio Network.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scafidi and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handle all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service in just 2 days. My roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
Get a big league shine every single time at Tsunami Express Car Wash, featuring premium washes, free vacuums, and a quick ride-through experience. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Waiting for the Pirates to take the field. It's game 1 of the penultimate road trip of the season for the Brewers. How about that? Well, they got 2 road trips remaining, and this is the first of what will be 4 straight weekend divisional series here in September as the Brewers try for the three-peat in the Central. They control their own fate, essentially. They've got this series against the Pirates, the next couple of weekends against the Cardinals, and then the final weekend against the Reds. Game 1 against Pittsburgh is coming up. We wrap up the On Deck Show, built by Menards, with a drive around the league, presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Coming into the weekend now, the Brewers' lead in the division has shrunk to 5 games over the second-place Cubs. That's because Chicago has already won a game this afternoon at Wrigley. They beat the struggling Washington Nationals. Scored 5 in the first inning against Jake Irvin to set the tone, and then they win 11-5. 4 home runs total for Craig Counsell's bunch today, including a 3-run shot from Dansby Swanson in that big first inning. Cubs have won 5 of 7, and as mentioned, now they're 5 games behind the Brewers. Big series in Cincinnati, just about to get underway. Game 1, the Mets and the Reds. You feel like this is kind of the last stand for the Reds in that wild card race. A couple of left-handers set to square off. David Peterson for New York, Andrew Abbott for Cincinnati, which has lost 10 of its last 13 games. They are 5 games behind the Mets for that final wild card spot in the National League coming into the weekend. And the Reds, you really feel like, need to win that series to keep themselves in the discussion. New York, they've really fallen off the pace in the East. We just saw the Phillies win a series in Milwaukee. The Phillies are 6 games ahead of the Mets for the top spot in the National League East. Another big series. It's the Giants and the Cardinals. Now, that game doesn't begin for almost an hour and a half, 7:15 Central. San Francisco, the hottest team going, perhaps anybody other than the Pirates. They have been amazing, winners of 10 out of 11. Carson Seymour gets the ball in, the lid lifter there for San Francisco against Michael McGreevy, the rookie for the Cardinals, who've won 5 of 7. They have a chance to pass the Reds for third place in the Central. They're only a half game behind them coming into the weekend. The Giants right now, they are the next team up for the final wild card spot in the National League because they have passed the Reds. They're only 4 games behind New York, so they have to keep the winning going, but they've got a shot to keep putting pressure on the Mets and or the Padres, who are the final 2 wild card teams at the moment. Here come the Pirates finally. Looks like we'll be about 3 minutes tardy from what they told us the first pitch time would be, as the right-hander coming off of injury, Johan Oviedo, comes out onto the field. Big series in the American League East. Top 2 teams, it'll be the Blue Jays visiting the Yankees. Game 1 of that series getting underway in about a half an hour at the stadium. Kevin Gausman for Toronto, which has a 3-game lead over New York. Cam Schlittler, the rookie, has been a good one for the Yankees. He opposes Gausman. And the team that the Brewers will see in the back end of this road trip, the Texas Rangers, is going to host their in-state rival, Houston Astros. It's a 3-game series getting underway. That's going to be in just about an hour with a 7:05 scheduled first pitch in the Central Time Zone. Houston, they're the first place team in the American League West by 3.5 games over the Mariners. They've got a 5-game lead in the division over the Rangers, but Texas, they're only a game and a half behind the Mariners for the final wild card spot in the American League. So the Rangers are still very much in the playoff picture as the Brewers get set to go there for their one meeting with Bruce Bochy's team starting on Monday. So Oviedo in the yellow City Connect jerseys. He is taking his warm-up tosses. The Brewers trying to start off this road trip with a win back at the place where their season really essentially turned around on the 25th of May. First time we're back here since. And with the play-by-play, I turn it over to my partner, Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. That is brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today at Boucher.com. Time to tell you about a quick trip around the bases as well. It's presented this month by Hershey's. And tonight's contestant in the quick trip around the bases is Bob Porter from Winona, Minnesota. If the Brewers score in the first inning, Bob will win a $100 quick trip gift card, compliments of Hershey's and Quick Trip. Bryce Terang leads things off for the Brewers against Oviedo. And now play being held up for a moment. There are a few fans still filtering off the field, and now the gate is shut. And we are ready to get this one underway. Oviedo, making just his 5th start of the year, brings home the first pitch to Terang. It's in there for a strike with a fastball at 95. At the very top of the strike zone, it's 0-1. Terang hitting .291, 17 home runs. He's driven in 70. A 1 pitch missed outside. That was the curveball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bryce, maybe not quietly, but has moved up to 4th in the National League in batting average with that .291 clip. 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. That was the fastball at 96 right down the middle. It's 1-2. Oviedo, a lot of extension with that fastball, so it plays up. So 96 gets on you in a big-time hurry. 1-2 pitch is fouled off. Back behind home plate and into the second deck. It stays at 1-2. That one at 97. So kind of similar to maybe a Freddie Peralta, where he has so much extension that it is hard to pick up that fastball for hitters. He's been successful so far this year for the Pirates. 1-2 pitch and a liner into right center field and a base hit for Bryce Terang. So Terang with a good AB and ends up singling to lead off this contest, and that'll get Isaac Collins to the plate. 6:43 our first pitch, Eastern time, 79 degrees. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbliss. Premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field and find Carbliss at the stadium when we're at home. Carbliss, less is more. Isaac Collins takes outside with a fastball at 95, and it's 1-0. Collins hitting .275, 9 home runs, 54 driven in. Some good speed over at first base with Turang. Oviedo brings home the 1-0 pitch, and Collins took high with a fastball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Paul Clemens calls the balls and strikes tonight. Ramon De Jesus at first base. Brian Walsh is at second base, and the crew chief, Adrian Johnson, is at third. Collins, the switch hitter, up there as a lefty against the righty Oviedo. 2-0 pitch, and it's through there for a strike. He checked, but it was a slider that landed, and it's 2-1 on Isaac. Collins went 3 for 9 with a home run and 5 RBIs in that Philadelphia series. What a rookie season he has put together for the Brewers. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball down and in. And Collins swung over the top of it. It's even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Friday night crowd that's on the lighter side of things for the Pirates. A lot of Brewers fans here. Two balls and 2 strikes on Collins. The pitch is high, and the count goes full, 3-2. A lot of cheeseheads that are behind the Brewers dugout, first base side. A lot of blue and yellow throughout the ballpark when you look around here at PNC. 3-2 pitch. There goes Turang, and a pop-up into foul territory. This one will find the seats. First base side. And Collins will see another one. So the Brewers having some good at-bats early on here. Just 2 batters in against Oviedo. Turang with a base hit. And now Collins will see at least 7 pitches in this at-bat. There goes the runner again. 3-2's outside, and he walked him. So Collins works the walk. Ortho ASAP. Walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. This was a situation the Brewers found themselves in a couple of times in that series against Philadelphia. Didn't execute at the level they would have wanted to. It's been a strength of this team over the course of the season, hitting with runners in scoring position. So often when the inning sets up like this, the Brewers end up putting up 3, 4, maybe more runs in that inning. And now here's Jackson Churio. Oviedo's first offering to Jackson is up and in with a slider, and it's 1-0. Churio went 0 for 9 with an RBI in that Phillies series. Had that great 2-game stretch in Toronto when he came off the injured list. In the midst of a 27-game on-base streak. 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. He took a massive cut at a fastball at 94. It was in off the plate just a tad. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Turang at second, Collins at first. There is nobody out here in the top of the first inning already. Oviedo, the 1-1. And Jackson pops it up foul back behind home plate. It'll find the seats about 7 rows deep. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Churio. Oviedo made 32 starts 2 years ago for the Pirates. Had Tommy John, missed last season, then got hurt this year in spring training. And just recently back, making again, as we told you earlier, his 5th start of the year. 1-2 pitch and a check on a pitch that was high, and they appeal to first. Ramon De Jesus says he didn't go around. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Churio. Brewers really grinding out their at-bats. This is vintage Brewers so far here in this first inning. 2-2 pitch. This one's popped up foul and out of play, back behind home plate. And it's going to be the 18th pitch of the inning when Oviedo brings this next one home to Churio. Still nobody out. So you always hear Pat Murphy talking about taking a bite out of the starting pitcher. There is an opportunity to do that here in the first. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Chased a slider off the plate. Churio strikes out. That's a big first out for Oviedo. And that'll get Contreras to the plate. He's hitting cleanup tonight. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. Joey Bart, the catcher, steps in front of the plate for a brief moment. And now Contreras into the batter's box. First and second, one away. Oviedo looks in. First offering. Swing and a miss. Sinker at 96 down below the zone. It's 0-1. Kind of been mixed results with the secondary pitches so far for Oviedo, but that fastball's got a lot of life to it. Nothing in one here on Contreras. And the pitch. Chopper foul. It hit Contreras in the box. And he finds himself behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And think about this Pittsburgh rotation moving forward. Skeens, Keller. And they're going to get Jared Jones back. He is a big-time arm. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back into the net. It stays at 0-2. But Oviedo, just from a pure stuff standpoint, Josh, this is a guy that's going to have a say about this Pittsburgh rotation moving forward, too. He's a young arm, and there's a lot to like, just in terms of pure stuff when you watch him pitch.
You almost forgot about him because he was out for so long.
0-2 pitch. And a ground ball, and it eats up the third baseman Triolo and trickles into left. Terang around third. He's going to score. Collins will be held at third. Jogging into second is Contreras. It was a ground ball hit right at Triolo. He tried to backhand it. Not sure he even got the glove to it. It is an error on Jared Triolo. Take a look at the replay. Just glanced off of his glove and trickled into left, and the Brewers have taken a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that's rare. He's a Gold Glover last year.
He's a really good defender. In fact, he's played a lot of shortstop this year for the Pirates. Now here's Sal Frelick. First pitch to Sal with the infield in. He is inside of the curveball. It's 1-0.
If he picks that ball, that's probably a double play that ends the inning.
Absolutely. Off the bat, you're thinking, oh, that's a double play ball. 95 miles an hour right at him. But instead, the Brewers lead at 1-0, and they have runners at second and third and 1 out. Chance to add on here. 1-0 pitch to Frelick. And he checked on a strike that just clipped the upper outside corner. So a hit, a walk, and an error in this inning for the Brewers. Oviedo looks in, the 1-1 pitch to Frelick. That is up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And for so long this season, when the Brewers have been given a gift like that, they have taken it and run. Let's see if they can do that here in the first inning.
Yeah, so often the other team emerges from the inning with a black eye. 2-1. And this one is popped up in foul territory. The first baseman, Horwitz, with room right in front of the Brewers dugout, makes the catch. It's a big second out for Oviedo. And there's 2 away now for Andrew Vaughn. Pirates are wearing their City Connect uniforms on this Friday night. Yellow tops, yellow hats, the white pants. Brewers wearing their navy road tops with the gray pants, of course. Here's a big spot for Vaughn, who had a good day yesterday against the Phillies. First offering. He is hit foul above the Brewers dugout into the net, and it's 0-1. Vaughn yesterday went 3 for 4 in that contest. And some hard contacts in there as well for the Brewers' first baseman. He's been one of their best RBI producers over the last 2 months. The pitch, swing and a miss at a curveball at the very bottom of the zone. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. A 28-pitch inning for Johan Oviedo. Brewers have made him work, and they have pushed 1 run across 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Slider down in the zone. Actually down below the zone. And Vaughn strikes out. The Brewers will strand a pair. They do grab a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first inning on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Want to stay up to date with the crew?
He starts September like he ended August to rank 17th of the year.
Tune in to Brewers Extra Innings with Dominic Cotroneo after every game.
And here we are in year 3 for Bryce Terang, and now the August Player of the Month. He continues to be a story of a catalyst of this offense.
Or listen anytime on the Brewers All Access podcast feed. We are your home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
For over 40 years, the Boucher Automotive Group is proud to have served Wisconsin with dedication and heart, one customer at a time. But we knew we could do even more.
In the last 5 years, we've expanded across the state, adding new locations, new brands, and new ways to better serve you.
At Boucher, growth isn't always about being bigger. It's about being better. Better selection, better service, better experiences.
Where you're going matters, and Boucher is driven to get you there. The Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. Their board-certified orthopedic care specialists use the least invasive methods, starting with non-surgical options. If surgery is needed, they provide minimally invasive procedures. The OAW Spine specialists focus on getting you back to an active lifestyle faster. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
1-0 Brewers before the Pirates have come to the plate. They hit that run in large part due to an error on Jared Triolo, a very rare error for a very good defender in the Pirates. Third baseman. It's a Pirates team that has struggled to score. Jared Triolo, who we were just talking about, he leads things off. He's done a good job in the leadoff spot this year for Pittsburgh. Just recently elevated into the leadoff spot, hitting .300, 12 for 40. As Quinn Priester brings home the first pitch and nails the inside edge with, guess what, a sinker. It's 0-1. Priester making his 21st start. It's his 26th appearance of the year. And now time is called by Triolo as he backs out of the box. 11-2 with a 3.28 ERA. And you know by now when the Brewers hand the ball to Quinn Priester, they win. Pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. He has just become so consistent. I think that's the thing about Priester that stands out. Hasn't earned a decision in any of his last 4 starts. As he brings home the 0-2 to Triolo. And a called third strike. A cutter clipped the inside corner. And it's an ortho ASAP strikeout of Triolo for the first out here in the bottom of the first. A win tonight for Priester would be his 11th consecutive winning decision. He's been something else. He was very good against the Blue Jays last weekend in Toronto. Gave up 5 hits, just the 1 unearned run over 6 innings. First pitch to Spencer Horwitz, misses away with a sinking fastball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That nailed the outside edge with a cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Horwitz hitting .256, 7 home runs, 39 driven in. 1-1 is fouled off third base side into the net above the Pirates dugout. It's 1-2 on Horwitz. Horwitz went 0 for 4 in that Dodgers series, a series the Pirates swept. We've told you a couple of times tonight. They've won 11 of their last 14, including series over the Blue Jays, Red Sox, and Dodgers in that stretch. Horwitz hits one in the air to left, and it's going to drop in there just inside the line and roll into the corner. Now it gets away from Collins. Horwitz will jog into second with a double. That was going to be a double regardless, so the fact that the ball kind of caromed up and around that left field wall where it's cut out there didn't really have any impact because Horwitz was going to have a double regardless. Wasn't hit overly hard. It was just kind of a little lazy liner down the left field line that was fair by about maybe 10 feet. Long way to travel for Collins to try to get over there and cut that one off. And now a runner in scoring position for Pittsburgh as Brian Reynolds comes to the plate. He has been a very good hitter post All-Star break. Pitch missed away, 1-0. He was an All-Star a season ago. On the year, hitting .246 with 15 home runs and 70 driven in. In the midst of a 15-game on-base streak, Priester looks back at second, the 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. Sinker down below the zone, and Reynolds, the switch hitter, went after it. He's up there as a lefty against Priester, his former teammate. Priester, the 1-1. That bounced in the dirt. That was the curveball that time from Quinn. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brewers defensively, Collins in left. Churio gets the start in center. Frelick's in right. Durbin, the third baseman. Ortiz at short. Turang at second. Vaughn at first. And Contreras does the catching here tonight in Pittsburgh. 2-1 pitch to Reynolds. And he checked on a slider that missed down in the dirt. And the count climbs to 3-1. Tommy Pham is in the on-deck circle for Pittsburgh. Runner at second and 1 away. A 1-0 Brewers lead here in the bottom of the first. Priester out of the stretch. Checks Horwitz at second. And now the 3-1 pitch. Way outside. He walked him. So a walk issued by Priester, and now first and second and 1 away. Similar situation to what the Brewers found themselves in at the top half of the inning. And before Pham hits 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Josh Maurer and Kent Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you. 1-0 Brewers, bottom of the first. Priester's first pitch to Pham is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Landed a slider that time. 1-0 Brewers, first and second and 1 away for Pittsburgh. And one of their more productive hitters over the last couple of months, Tommy Pham at the plate. Priester brings home the 0-1 pitch, and Pham flinched at a slider that missed low. It's 1-1. Pham hitting .323 since June 22nd. .264 average, 8 home runs, 48 driven in. And the pitch rolled foul, third base side. It's 1-2. Brewers baseball being brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Priester looking in. 1-2 pitch. Rolled to third. Durbin has it to second for 1. The turn by Turang is going to be late. Kind of a slow developing play. It was not hit overly hard. Durbin had to let it take a big hop before he collected it. And because of that, Pham able to stay out of the double play. Now runners on the corners with 2 outs for McCutchen. Thought maybe the Brewers would be able to turn it. Specifically because they're just so good at making that turn at second base. But again, Durbin had to play back on it. If he comes up and tries to get it, maybe. But that's a much more challenging play as well. Only hit 76 miles per hour off the bat of Tommy Pham. So a big spot right here. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Priester's first pitch to McCutchen came inside and nearly hit him. Spun out of the way of his sinker. And it's 1-0. McCutcheon hitting .245, 13 home runs, 52 driven in. There goes the runner. The pitch is lined into a leaping catch by Andrew Vaughn at first. If that ball gets over Vaughn's glove, it's into the right field corner. It's extra bases, maybe scores two because Pham was running on the pitch. But Vaughn timed his jump perfectly and ripped it out of the sky. Well, a zero put up by Priester in the bottom of the first. We go to the second, 1-0 Crew on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew, because we're from Milwaukee, too. Tastes like Miller time.
Be one of the first 30,000 ticketed fans through the gates at the Brewers game on Saturday, September 27th, to collect a one-of-a-kind Brewers tumbler, courtesy of Quick Trip. Grab your seats today at brewers.com/giveaways.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball and Miller Lite.
In baseball, they call the last 2 months of the season crunch time.
You've proven you're good enough to be here, but are you good enough to win? Hi, this is Robin Yount. In the sausage business, Usingers knows they're as good as it gets, but they take nothing for granted. They want each link they make to be the best one they've ever made. That commitment to a goal is what makes them a winner. Good isn't good enough. They strive for great. Let's keep winning, and Usingers will keep making sausage. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them.
Helpful phrases for modern living. Tape 1. To say hello, you say, hey there. Hey there. To say, I'm not sleeping, you say, I'm fine, thanks.
I'm fine, thanks.
To say, I avoid my friends, you say, it's all good. It's all good.
Saying you're fine when you're not, we've all been there. But not saying something when things get tough doesn't help. Your mental health deserves a voice. Visit findsupportwi.org today.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
We go to the top of the second inning here in Pittsburgh. You know it's September because it's starting to get dark a lot earlier. Boo. Lights are already taking effect here in Pittsburgh. Cloudy night. Breezy night. Not as breezy as it was earlier in the day, though. The wind has died down a little bit. 1-0 Brewers. First pitch to Jake Bowers, the designated hitter tonight, is fouled straight back into the net. It's 0-1. Brewers made Johan Oviedo throw 29 pitches in that first inning. Brewers able to get a run across against him. It was unearned. 0-1 to Bowers, missed outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Frankly, looked like maybe they were going to be able to get more, especially after the error was committed, but had to settle for just the 1. Oviedo brings home the 1-1 to Bowers, and a breaking ball is popped up on the infield. Triolo giving way to the shortstop Gonzalez, who makes the catch. And that's the first out of the second inning. It'll get Caleb Durbin to the plate. Defensively, for the Pirates, Pham's in left, O'Neill Cruz in center, Reynolds in right, Triolo's the third baseman, Gonzalez at short, York is the second baseman, Horwitz at first, and Bart does the catching. First offering to Durbin, and it hit him. No shock there. Caleb Durbin, an absolute magnet, is hit by yet another pitch. And the Brewers have a 1-out base runner here in the second inning. It is incredible how he gets hit so often. And we always joke about it being a magnet, but man. First pitch to Joey Ortiz is deemed a ball on a fastball that looked like it caught the outside corner. It is 1-0. Ortiz hitting .229, 7 home runs, 43 driven in. Back from the injured list. Brewers glad to have him back. 1-0 pitch is lined foul and out of play. First base side, it's 1-1. Andrew Monasterio did just a wonderful job filling in for Ortiz, but you cannot replace Ortiz's defense. It is Gold Glove level. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Joey. There goes Durbin, and a little one-hopper to the second baseman, York, who fields it, steps on the bag, and throws to first, and the inning is over. Almost looked like it was a liner to York, but it took one big hop on its way out to second base, and York was able to basically play it on the bag and then throw to first, and Ortiz hits into the double play. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
In baseball, players spend time in the minors before making it. That's not the case with union construction trades like the operating engineers. As a union apprentice, you earn good money while you learn a trade. And graduates from union apprenticeship programs earn 41% more than their non-union counterparts. They even earn more than a typical worker with a master's degree. So if you are ready to earn big league bucks, go to join139.com to learn more.
The chips that you like are not on sale this week, so we're going to have to skip those. Sorry, bud.
Aww. Hi, we're at the Woodman's. I'm Phil. At Woodman's, you don't need a flyer to find hot deals. With our everyday low prices and huge selection, you can find anything you're looking for. And still save big time on your whole grocery bill.
So I can get the groceries I want and save money? Looks like your chips are back on the list.
Yes, thanks, guys.
Guys?
It's Woodman's.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Your hometown crew.
Yelich trying to steal home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe.
No matter where you live.
Yelich sprinted home.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
1-0 Brewers as we go to the bottom of the second inning here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Reminder from Schneider and their professional truck drivers: slow down, move over, and drive safely in work zones. Quinn Priester, an 18-pitch first inning, faces Nick Gonzalez, Pirates shortstop, former first-round pick. He's been playing well this season for Pittsburgh, and he lines one down the left field line, and it is just foul. That would have been extra bases. Gonzalez still running. I don't know that he realizes Adrian Johnson called it a foul ball, and he was almost to second base. He has to retreat back and collect his lumber here. It was foul by probably 1.5 feet, maybe 2. 0-1 here on Gonzalez. Comes in with a 7-game hitting streak, hitting .279 on the year, 5 home runs, 23 driven in. This is one of those guys the Pirates feel like can be a part of their next winning ball club. He's a part of their future. Pretty versatile defender. 0-1 pitch, and that missed down low with a curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's had a good year against the Brewers, too. .346 average in the 10 games against the Brewers coming in. Missed outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Priester brings home the 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. We looked at that play to end the top of the second again. It was a chopper right down in front of the plate, and it took one big hop all the way out to second base. Pitch missed away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. In the game tracker, they scored it as a line-out double play, but it wasn't. It was chopped in front of the plate, and it was hit so hard by Ortiz into the dirt. 3-2 is line to left. Collins on the run. It's going to get over his head and bounces off the warning track and into the stands for an automatic double for Nick Gonzalez. So it's an 8-game hitting streak for Gonzalez, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Pirates here in the bottom of the second inning. And that will get O'Neal Cruz to the plate for the Pirates. Think how hard you have to hit a ball to hit it right in front of the plate and carry all the way out to second base, where Nick York
fielded it, stepped on the bag, and threw to first. Now, Durbin was running with the pitch, so if it was a line out to York, they would have been able to double him off anyway. But technically goes down as a 4-3 ground into double play. Cruz takes a strike on the outside edge, and it's 0-1.
The other thing about it, Lane, had Durbin not been running, it actually might have gone through and been a base hit.
Right.
Second baseman was going to cover.
Yeah.
Took him right to where the ball ended up landing.
The little nuances of the game, right? 0-1 on Cruz. Priester brings home the pitch. It's a ground ball up the middle. It's going to sneak into center field. Gonzalez around third. He will score, and we are tied at 1. Cruz hit a ground ball back up the middle, just beyond the range of Terang. It was hit at 103, so it had a little speed to it back up the middle. And Cruz drives in his 55th. And he's at first now with nobody out. First two have reached via hits against Priester here in the second. Joey Bart is the batter. Priester brings home the pitch, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And as you pointed out earlier, too, the Andrew Vaughn played in the bottom of the first inning. If he's not holding the runner on, that ball probably gets into the right field corner. But because he's holding the runner on, he's able to leap and make a catch and save some runs in that scenario. Pitch is high, and it's 1-1 strike on Bart. The little things in this game. They're intriguing. They're cool. Sometimes they can drive you mad. 1-1. This is fouled out of play, first base side. It's 1-2. When you hear about statistics like batting average on balls in play, so often those are the little things that play into that. Bart hitting .249 on the year, 2 home runs, 22 driven in. And time was granted right before the pitch was thrown by Priester, so it's still 1-2 here on Bart. Had a good series against the Dodgers, only made one start, went 3 for 3 in that start for Joey Bart, the former San Francisco Giant. This was the heir apparent to Buster Posey at one point out in the Bay Area. He's found a home in Pittsburgh for the time being the last couple of years. There goes the runner. 1-2 pitch is high. Throw to second is not in time. Contreras got rid of it pretty quickly. Terang had to take the throw just a little bit in front of the bag, and so he wasn't able to get the tag on. The throw actually got in there about at the same time as Cruz was getting the bag, but he's into second with a stolen base. Pirates will run a little bit. That's their 105th stolen base of the season. 2-2 strikes here on Bart. Priester looks back at second in the pitch. And that one's fouled out of play, first base side. Still 2-2.
Makes you think back to that series here in late May, what O'Neal Cruz was able to do against the Brewers, where it felt like he impacted every game some way. And he's done it early on in this series opener.
It's one of those guys, you look at his numbers and you think, well, it doesn't feel like that against the Brewers, right? Priester looks back at second, now steps off.
He's a 5-tool talent.
He's probably got as much natural talent as about any player in baseball. He hasn't put it all together. A lot of swing and miss. And so there's a lot of punch-outs in there. But he can run. He's got a huge arm. Tons of power. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Bart chased it down and away. Actually foul-tipped it into the mitt of Contreras. It's another ortho ASAP strikeout for Priester. And there's one away. And here is Nick York, the second baseman. He was hitting .287 in AAA at the time the Pirates called him up. He's gone 2 for 5 so far this year with the Pirates. Still just one out in the inning for Priester, the pitch. And that missed just a touch in with a sinker. It's 1-0. Well, they call September the dog days. For me, some are dog days, some are broad days, some are Pine River cheese spread days. 1-0 pitch. That missed low. That was the slider that time. 2 balls and no strikes. Port wine, maybe the maple bacon the vegetable. And, of course, your day should always end with a delicious Cedar Crest ice cream selection of your choice. That's summer in Wisconsin. Here is a liner but hooking foul down the left field line off the bat of York. And it's 2-1. He got out in front of a slider on the inner half. It is a 1-1 ball game, Brewers and Pirates. Bottom of the second inning. Priester looks back at second. And the 2-1. I missed a little high, maybe a touch in. And at least early on, it feels like Paul Clemens' strike zone is going to be pretty conservative tonight. Most of the edges have not been open for business for the most part. 3-1 on York, the number 9 hitter. The pitch and a ground ball to third. Backhanded by Durbin. Looks the runner back to second. Throws across in time to take care of York. And there's 2 away. Nice job by Durbin. Had to come up and backhand it near the bag. Cruz was maybe 2 steps off the bag at second. Still had to give him a look. And then throw out York. And now Contreras will come out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound to chat with Priester before this big battle with Triolo. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the Sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. Been a somewhat lengthy inning so far for Priester. 19 pitches, but still has an out to get here. He struck Triolo out back in the first inning. Triolo 0 for 1 in this one. A few more fans have filed in as this game has gotten underway. Priester's first pitch to Triolo is right through there for a strike. Cut fastball at the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-1. Warmer day today. It's going to cool off a little bit here in Pittsburgh, and then it'll get really hot down in Texas for the backside of this road trip. Of course, climate-controlled playing conditions with the roof. That is in there with a sinker for a strike at 95, and it's 0-2 here on Triolo. Game number 142 tonight. Just 20 games remaining. Hard to believe. Priester brings home the 0-2 pitch, and it's a tapper right back to Priester. Gets it on a hop, underhand toss to first. Takes care of Triolo, and the inning is over. So Priester does a good job limiting the damage after the double and the base hit to start up the inning. He retires the next 3. And it's a 1-1 ball game as we head to the third on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
The very front of the Brewers front office is on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Such a team effort, just trying to work every at-bat and just to get to the next pitcher. So, yeah, we'll use whatever motivation it takes to beat the other team.
Brewers GM and Senior Vice President Matt Arnold is our Brewers 360 guest every Thursday morning at 8:45.
Yeah, really good to get that win for not just the team, but for the whole community here to celebrate.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting.
Is your home losing its cool? Upgrade to weather-tight windows and keep the elements where you can see them, outside. Our custom windows are precision crafted to save you money on energy bills while making your home more comfortable year-round. WeatherTight also now offers beautiful pallet wood windows for more customization and integration with your style. Throw energy loss out the window. Have our experts find you the perfect fit by visiting WeatherTightCorp.com.
4. You've got to work on that swing, Jack.
Well, I get time now that the business is running efficiently.
Oh, yeah? How'd you make that happen?
SVA. They showed me how to analyze my financial statements to increase revenue and profit margins and control expenses. The value of the business has never been higher. And now I've got more time to work on my golf game.
Nice. Maybe make time for lessons, too.
At SVA Certified Public Accountants, we pride ourselves in providing business owners with measurable results. Visit sva.com/golf to learn more.
Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
the Brewers this fall with an embossed crew neck sweatshirt giveaway for the first 25,000 ticketed fans through the gates on Saturday, September 13th. It's courtesy of U.S. Cellular. Check out the sweatshirt and grab seats at brewers.com/giveaways. It's a 1-1 ball game as we head to the third inning here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Johan Oviedo back out there on the mound for the Pirates and back in there for us. Here's Josh Mauer.
Thank you, Lane. It's the top of the order coming up against the right-hander. Bryce Terang led off the ball game with a single, and then he scored the Brewers' run. It was unearned. The pitch is up and away. Ball one from Oviedo. Terang, Collins, and Churio, top three on the card for Pat Murphy here tonight. The series opener at PNC. From the windup, the 1-0. Dropped in a slider for a strike. Bryce continues to wield a red-hot bat. Oviedo's had to work, the 1-1. Down and in, it's time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel three-bagger in the third contest. Tonight's contestant, Matthew Cryer, K-R-I-E-R, from Reedsville, wins a Potawatomi prize package with a triple. Bryce, a candidate to deliver one. The 2-1. Fly into left. This would be a play for Tommy Pham, drifting back a few steps, but they're in plenty of time to reach up. Looks up into the cloudy sky as he makes the catch. One down. If you'd like to be a future contestant like Matthew Cryer, the Potto Casino Hotel three-bagger in the third, you can visit WTMJ.com. Here comes Isaac Collins. Walked back in the first inning. The pitch. Called a strike at the very top of the zone, perhaps generously so. This is a curveball from Oviedo, former Cardinal. One out in the third. The 0-1 pitch. Collins grounds one to first base. This is just foul, where it's fielded right in front of the bag by Spencer Horwitz. The crowd thought, at least many of them, that was an out because he fielded it, tapped on the bag with his foot. Looked like an out, except it was a foul ball. So instead, it's 0-2 on Isaac Collins. Oviedo was originally acquired by the Pirates in a deadline trade 3 years ago for Jose Quintana. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out with a low slider down at the ankles. That's the third punch out for Johan, and there are two away in the third for Jackson Churio. He was the first strikeout victim that came back in the first inning. Chance at a 1-2-3 for the first time. That deal from the Cardinals over to the Pirates, an inter-division trade, the deadline of 22. The pitch comes in low on Jackson. Oviedo going back to Pittsburgh for Jose Quintana and also Chris Stratton. Went back to St. Louis. 1-1 ball game in the third. The 1-0 pitch. Churio takes ball two a little bit low. Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Super easy app opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download the Club Citgo app. Two out, the 2-0. Took a strike with a slider. Using that breaking ball frequently here in the third inning is Oviedo. Told you earlier, Lane did, that he's coming off of Tommy John that kept him out of the whole season last year. The 2-1. Flied into deep left field. Pham is going back on it, still going back. He's going to settle right on the edge of the warning track. Tommy Pham makes the catch. Jackson just missed. A curveball that stayed in the heart of the plate. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Oviedo, who also missed most of this year with a lat injury. But he's been looking good since getting activated in August. We go to the bottom of the third, tied at 1 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Tri-City National Bank is proud to support your hometown team, and our bankers can help you achieve your financial dream. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
When Priester trying to settle in, Pirates have had a few base runners, but just 1 run over the first couple of innings. Already a couple of doubles, 3 hits, and a walk. 1-1 the ball game, though, as we go to the bottom of the third, and Spencer Horwitz, who had the first of those doubles, is going to greet Quinn. Middle of the order, Horwitz, Reynolds, and Pham. Priester pitching against the organization that drafted him. The pitch is up and away on Horwitz, ball 1. It's the second time that he's gotten to do that on this mound this year. He pitched in that series back in late May. He misses way outside. It's 2-0. Not close on either. May the 24th, took a no decision, but only gave up 1 run in 6 innings here. The 2-0. Horwitz took a big swing, and he fouled it straight back over the screen. Trying to untie it there with that cut was Spencer Horwitz, 2-1. Pirates, a hot ball club. 2-1 pitch. Horwitz hits it on the ground right side. Diving play Terang. Smothers on the outfield grass, but throws wide to first. It gets by Vaughn. Hits the dugout fence. Stays in play. Big break. And so staying at first is Horwitz. That'll be an infield hit. What a great try by Terang. Almost had a highlight reel. Highway robbery. He dove on the outfield grass to his left. He had the ball smothered in his glove and would have had Horwitz actually out at first base with an accurate throw, but he tossed it to Vaughn from a seated position. And so because of that, the throw was wide and Vaughn couldn't catch it. Had the ball gone down into the dugout, you get an extra base, but it didn't. Now the batter is Brian Reynolds. Go ahead, run at first with nobody out. He chops a foul into the Brewers' dugout. So the Pirates have Horwitz 2 for 2. They continue to put base runners on. And Reynolds walked back in the first. The 0-1 pitch. Then on the ground towards third, not a double play ball. Durbin's going to go to second for 1. That is all they'll get. In fact, the person who took that throw was the shortstop Ortiz because of a shift. Safe at first is Reynolds now with 1 out on a soft grounder the opposite way by Brian Reynolds. Brewers baseball brought to you by the Wisconsin Dental Association. No dental insurance, but you need dental care? Well, the new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Here's Tommy Pham with 1 on and 1 out. 1-1 game. The pitch is high, ball 1. You can join them by visiting WDAclub.com. Pham grounded into a fielder's choice his first time. From the stretch is Quinn Priester. The 1-0. Swung on and fouled straight back. Challenged him. And Tommy took a big rip, as he is wont to do. We know this. We've seen him a lot over the years. When Tommy Pham swings, he does not often get cheated on it. The 1-1 coming. Line drive into the corner in left field. That's another extra base hit as it one-hops the fence. Sprinting towards third is Reynolds. They will wave him home. The relay coming from Joey Ortiz is not in time. It's an RBI double for Tommy Pham. The Pirates have a 2-1 lead here in the third inning. Boy, they've ripped 3 doubles already. That ball on a top spin line drive, one-hop the left field wall. Goes the slider that stayed right in the heart of the plate. Pitch that Quinn would like to have back. Lucky it wasn't a homer, to be honest with you. And Joey Ortiz made a good relay throw to the plate. Made that close, but Reynolds just got the slide in around the tag of William Contreras. Runner at second, still one out for Andrew McCutchen. The Pirates try to add on, and McCutchen takes a strike that just caught the inside corner. Told you this is a hot Pittsburgh team. It's a confident one. Been the best team in baseball the last 2 weeks record-wise. McCutchen lined out his first time, the 0-1. Hit in the air, foul side of first. Over goes Vaughn, but that's going to drift into the seats, about 10 rows. It's 0-2. Remember, the Brewers, as part of their 14-game winning streak a few weeks ago, they had a 3-game sweep of Pittsburgh at home, and that was total domination.
Yeah.
But this is not that same Pittsburgh club, even though it's only a few weeks later.
And we saw Jared Triolo pitch in that series for the Pirates.
2-1 to Pittsburgh. Pham at second, the 0-2. Down and away, 1-2.
I think we saw Anthony Siegler pitch in that series too, didn't we?
I think he finished a game.
Yeah.
A win. But yeah, now the Pirates, 11-3 the last 2 weeks. Lane told you earlier, they're beating playoff teams too. The 1-2 pitch, McCutchen swings and misses over the top of a sinking fastball. He struck him out. 2 gone in the inning.
Siegler finished off a shutout. It's a 14-0 victory.
That was at the time where the Brewers seemingly could do no wrong. Now the tables have turned for these Pirates a little bit. Runner at second, 2 out for Nick Gonzalez. He's got one of the 3 doubles. And he takes low. It's 1-0. Doubled and scored their first run last inning. Pittsburgh all year has been so much better playing here at home than they have away from it. 2-1 Pirates, the 1-0. Lined up the middle towards second. Caught by Terang with a backhand. He made it onto the shortstop side of the infield, did Bryce, and just got there in the nick of time. That saved a run. Great defense. Couple of times that inning from the Platinum Glove Award winner, Terang. So a run on 2 hits is all Pittsburgh gets. We go to the 4th. They've now got the lead for the first time. 2-1 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Miller High Life. Always flavorful, always refreshing, always at the right price. The champagne of beers. Welcome to the High Life. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of our Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try our new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
What if a customer slips and falls on your property? What if sparks from an employee's grinder cause a house fire on your job site? Unexpected things happen every day, but you can make sure your business doesn't get hurt with a carefully crafted general liability policy from West Bend. Be sure your independent agent understands your business, because at West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. At the ballpark or your local grocery store. Carbless. Less is more.
Brewers scored first tonight. The Pirates single runs in the second and the third have the lead. It is 2-1. William Contreras to greet Johan Oviedo in the visiting 4th. Carbless, a proud partner of the Brewers. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless, less is more. Now, Contreras is the one who reached on the error by Jared Triolo that scored the Brewers' only run. He's officially 0 for 1. but a productive one. The pitch comes in low. It's a chopper to third in between hop that Triolo had glance off his glove. Brewers have only one hit. It was the first batter in the first inning. The pitch. Inside corner, a called strike. Take a drive around the league. Brought to you by Construction Business Group here in the top of the fourth as the sun sets in Pittsburgh. Oviedo delivers a 1-1 and it's lined towards second. Nice backhanded pick by Nick York on a hard hop. Plenty of time, throws out Contreras. That was some of the best contact we've seen by the Brewers. Might have been the hardest hit ball of the night. Yeah, 109 off the bat. That was the hardest hit ball of the night. That should be a hit, but Nick York made a fine play. Each second baseman flashing some leather here in the last few minutes. One out for Sal Frelick. 2-1 Pirates in the fourth, and the pitch is very high, ball one. Sal popped out foul to first with the infield in his first time. Then he takes a slider down low. It is 2-0 on him. That was the Brewers' best chance to increase the lead at the time. Second and third, one out. Told you we'll drive around the league. Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Oviedo is 2-0. Sal took high. It's ball three. Cubs won earlier. They have moved to within 5 games of the Brewers for the top spot in the Central. They beat the Nationals 11-5. They scored 5 in the first against right-hander Jake Irvin. Never looked back. 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way. It's inside. Ball 4, and Frelick is aboard. Good start to this inning. You had the smash by Contreras that ended up being an out. And now a base on balls. Second issued by Oviedo. Walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Tying run on first for Andrew Vaughn. In this 2-1 Pirates lead. Vaughn struck out to end the first. Pitch by Oviedo. Inside. He's missed with 5 in a row. So the Brewers need to win tonight to keep their 5.5 game lead that they entered the day with. 4 home runs for the Cubs in that 6-run win at Wrigley against the Nationals. 1-0 pitch. Taken low. Fastball, it's 2-0. Oviedo has missed the zone with 6 in a row. The Mets are all over the Reds early. 5-1, they lead Cincinnati. That game has gone into the 4th inning. The Mets trying to cement themselves in the wild card positioning. Got the last one in the NL coming into the day. 2-0 pitch. Inside, 3-0 on Vaughn. 7 straight balls. On deck is Jake Bauers. It was a 3-run first inning for New York against the All-Star Andrew Abbott. Abbott's given up 5 runs already. 5-1 Mets. Here it's 2-1 Pirates in the 4th. The 3-0. Taking all the way, he threw him a slider and he dropped it in for a strike, did Oviedo. My guess is he felt most confident about his ability to land that pitch, even more so than the fastball at the moment. So it's 3-1, still a hitter's count. Frelick at first with 1 away. Oviedo deals. Strike 2 called. Another slider. That one, pitcher's pitch on the outside corner. Very good pitch and a full count. Decision to make as to whether or not to put Frelick in motion. 3-2 with 1 out. Oviedo sets outside the chest. Runner is going in the pitch. Swung on grounded back to the mound. Fielded by Oviedo. Looks towards second. Doesn't have a play. And he lobs it to first in time to retire Andrew Vaughn. Fine play by Johan Oviedo on the mound. Pretty hard hit comebacker. He reached back behind him and snagged it on a hop. Well, putting Frelick in motion kept the Brewers out of a double play. Now the tying run in scoring position with 2 out. See if Jake Bauers can come through with a clutch hit. Popped out to shortstop a couple of innings ago. First pitch to Jake. Swung on and fouled. He got a slider and hits it back into the screen. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he had one to hit there, it looked like. Slider about belt high, middle.
Christian Yelich missing his third straight game. And Bauer's getting his DH spot tonight. Runner at second in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Blew a 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer third, right on by him. It's 0-2. Tying run leads from second base. Twilight skies overhead. 0-2 pitch. Bowers takes it down low. Just barely so. That hit 97 on the gun. This guy's arm, pretty impressive. The velocity, good action, especially considering the major injuries that he's had to overcome in the last couple of years. 2-1 Pittsburgh. It was really sunny all day. And then we got up to 80 degrees, but just about an hour before the game, it clouded up. Kind of feels like most nights that we're here, huh?
Yeah. We've seen this many times here in Pittsburgh.
1-2 to Jake. Fisted foul back up over the screen. Fastball in on his hands. Good job to spoil it. Bauers stays alive at 1-2. By the way, Christian Yelich, Pat Murphy said there was some improvement in his back issue today, but not ready to put him back into a game yet. Receiving daily treatment on that back. 2 out in the fourth. Oviedo, the high set, ready. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider elevated, and that'll retire the side. Oviedo has allowed just one hit in 4 terrific innings. Only one unearned run against him. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It remains 2-1 Pittsburgh on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
We get it. Medicare supplement plans don't always include the dentist you want or provide the dental coverage you need. That's why the Wisconsin Dental Association created the new WDA Dental Savings Club. With a statewide network of WDA dentists and savings up to 55%, club members can choose from hundreds of trusted dentists to get the quality care they want and need at more affordable prices. Learn more and join at WDAclub.com.
Get your exterior painting to-dos done easily with Dutch Boy Pristine Exterior Paint. With its rain rinse technology, rain naturally washes away dirt and grime. Plus, it resists cracking and peeling, making it perfect to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Save big money on Pristine Exterior Paint and start your painting project today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
Brewers still trailing 2-1. Quinn Priester will try to keep it right there as we go to the bottom of the fourth with the bottom third of the Pirates order. That begins with the dangerous O'Neill Cruz. Drove in the first Pirates run, an RBI single back in the second. Network Health. We salute our nation's veterans. Retired veterans turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. O'Neill Cruz against the Brewers in this ballpark this season. He is now 7 for 17. 3 homers. He swings and lines a base hit. Right on cue. Straight through into center field. When he played the Brewers in those couple of series in Milwaukee, they got him out every time just about. He had 1 hit total in the 2 series. Been a different guy when we've seen him here in his home field. He'll probably try to steal second at some point. He leads the league now after swiping second base his first time. Cruz has stolen 37 bases and have been caught only 4 times. So an insurance round aboard here in the fourth. Nobody out. Here's Joey Bart. 6 hits for the Pirates. Runner holding on the first pitch that came inside and hit him, just clipped him. Maybe got a piece of some arm guard or sleeve. I don't think it hit any bone, but it counts, and it's first and second, nobody out. Let's see where it got him. Yeah, I think he got the batting glove on the way into the glove of William Contreras. It hit the batting glove of Joey Bart. Now, this is very un-Quinn Priester-like. So you got first and second, nobody out. Here's the number 9 batter, Nick York. The first pitch inside, ball 1. Try to buckle down and keep this where it is if you're Quinn. York did ground to third his first time. Just up after having spent the whole year at AAA. The pitch. Down the middle for a strike. Contreras actually dropped the pitch. But the umpire gave the strike anyway, as he should have. 1-1. 2-1 Pittsburgh. You love a ground ball here, and Quinn can roll up a lot of those. The pitch, ground ball over the mound to second base. Terang has it, steps on the bag, throws to first, and he got him. And there you go. There's the double play. Over to third goes Cruz, but with 2 outs. The great equalizer that Quinn Priester has. That sinker that induces so many double play opportunities. And Nick York just found out right there what it can do. And Jared Triolo bats with a runner at third and 2 out. The leadoff batter has struck out and tapped out to the pitcher. Quinn ready to go in the pitch. Check swing, ball hits bat and squibs foul. Goes into the Brewers' first base dugout softly, and the count 0-1.
I don't know that Quinn's had his best stuff tonight, but he's really competed because he's had traffic in every inning. And he has had to make some really stressful pitches in this game so far.
Oh, yeah. 2-1 Pirates in the 0-1. Down and away. Threw him a breaking ball, and Triolo did not swing at it. Brewers are already getting activity loose in their bullpen as Priester has gone over 60 pitches. Remember, he was dealing with what Pat Murphy had deemed a wrist issue before his last start. 1-1 pitch is outside. It's 2-1. That did appear to be behind him when he was dominant last weekend in Toronto. But the bullpen is working. And we're only in the 4th inning. So Triolo up there. Let's see if Quinn can get him and keep the deficit at just 2-1. 2-1 the count. The Pirates leadoff batter in the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. 2 hops right into the glove of Ortiz, who makes a perfect throw across in time to get Jared Triolo. Trouble gotten into and then just that quickly gotten out of by Quinn with a couple of ground balls, including that big double play. We are headed to the 5th, and it remains 2-1 Pirates on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
In baseball, players spend time in the minors before making it. That's not the case with union construction trades like the operating engineers. As a union apprentice, you earn good money while you learn a trade. And graduates from union apprenticeship programs earn 41% more than their non-union counterparts. They even earn more than a typical worker with a master's degree. So if you are ready to earn big league bucks, go to join139.com to learn more.
Step up to the plate. It's Quick Trip's Around the Bases contest with Hershey's. Want in? It's easy. Just stop by your neighborhood Quick Trip. Purchase a Hershey's, Reese's, Twizzlers, or Jolly Ranchers. Buy it with your Quick Rewards, and boom, you're entered. If you're selected and the Brewers score in the first inning, you get a $100 Quick Trip gift card, courtesy of Hershey's. Get all the details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Quick Trip and Hershey's, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
The best sounds you can get.
Back, track, buy baseball.
All season long, this is the Brewers Radio Network.
Going to the fifth inning, Brewers trying for a rally against Johan Oviedo, trailing this game 2-1. Looney Tunes Day coming to the Brewers game during the next homestand, Sunday, September 14th. Fans who purchase a special theme night ticket also receive an exclusive Looney Tunes themed Brewers t-shirt. Get your seats, brewers.com/theme nights. And here is Bugs Bunny himself, Lane Grindle, take over for the fifth inning.
What's up, Doc? Caleb Durbin will lead things up. Brewers with just one hit so far through the first 4 innings. Oviedo's first pitch to Durbin misses outside. It's 1-0. Caleb was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Oviedo brings home the 1-0 pitch, and that missed low. 2 balls to no strikes.
That's pretty quick of you to come up with that response.
This is one of my favorite things from the old Looney Tunes days. Everybody loved Bugs Bunny, right? The 2-0 pitch is low with a fastball. Boy, it's pretty conservative strike zone tonight for Paul Clemens. That was all over the zone at the bottom of the Brewers won't complain, but at the bottom of the zone. 3 balls to no strikes on Durbin. Oviedo brings home the pitch, and that missed down and away. He walked him. So remember, he walked Frelick with 1 out in the 4th inning. Got to 3-0 on Vaughn. Came back and ended up getting the chopper back to him against Vaughn, but command hasn't been as good the last couple of innings for Johan Oviedo. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. So the Brewers have just the 1 hit, but Durbin has been hit by a pitch, and they've drawn 3 walks. So they've had some base runners in this game. And this is just the second time tonight they've had the leadoff man aboard. When Terang singled to lead off the first, remember, they got him around. So here's Joey Ortiz, who bounced into a double play his first time up. Oviedo kicks and delivers, and a swing and a foul straight back into the net. It's 0-1. Brewers trailing 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. It's a Pirates team that can pitch it. They have been one of the better pitching teams in all of baseball since Don Kelly was elevated as their interim manager. 0-1. That is down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. And frankly, they've played very good baseball under Don Kelly. They've had their ups and downs, been a little bit streaky at times. But one thing they've done consistently is compete. There is no word if he's going to be the long-term solution. There goes the runner. Pitch is down and away. Throw to second is going to be late. Durbin in there with a stolen base. And the Brewers have a runner in scoring position with nobody out now. For every Brewer stolen base, Delta Dental bags another donation for Special Olympics Wisconsin. Delta Dental and Delta Vision. 2 great plans, 1 name you trust. Pirates were holding for a moment to see if they wanted to challenge that. They won't. 2-1 here on Ortiz. That was a curveball that missed just below the strike zone. Good pitch to run on for Durbin. And the 2-1. And this one is fouled out of play first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Joey. But yeah, no word on whether or not Don Kelly's going to be the long-term solution. You have to think that he has done such a good job that he's got to be the front runner. I would take Don Kelly versus the field right now. 2-2 pitch. Tapper on the right side. This is going to move the runner to third. Big hop to York. Throws to first just in time to get Ortiz, who was hustling up the line, and actually made it a little closer than it looked like it would be initially. But Durbin to third. He's there with 1 out now. And Terang coming to the plate, and the Pirates will bring the infield in.
That's a great job of situational hitting there by Joey. Especially with 2 strikes, you can see that that's exactly what he was trying to do.
Very reminiscent of the Contreras at bat on Saturday in Toronto in the 7th inning of that game. First pitch to Terang. He is taken low with a curveball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Brewers trying to get this game at least tied here. Oviedo looks in, and the 1-0, and that missed outside with a slider, maybe a touch high. Pretty close pitch from Oviedo. Definitely was maybe a baseball up and out of the zone. 76 pitches now for Oviedo, probably in his last inning. 2-0 pitch. And a fly ball to shallow left. This is probably not deep enough. Underneath of it, making the catch is Pham. Durbin is going to bluff a couple of steps towards home plate, but put on the brakes and go back to the third base bag. So Terang elevated it, just not deep enough. And before Collins hits, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Josh Maurer and Kent Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you from PNC Park here in Pittsburgh. It's a 2-1 Pirates lead. First pitch to Collins, and a fly ball to center. This is hit well, but Cruz tracking it back into his left. Underneath of it makes the catch, and the inning is over. That was the ball the Brewers needed one batter earlier. It would have been deep enough, but instead it's the third out. So the leadoff walk is stranded at third. We go to the bottom of 5. It is 2-1 Pirates on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
This is Al Feckler at Cannon & Dunphy. We've been helping people just like you for over 40 years, and we've never been about gimmicks or billboards, just 40 years of proven results. If you've been injured, call the team at Cannon & Dunphy so that we can get you the help you need.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When our team needs to get an out to win the game, it turns to a proven, trusted relief pitcher. When you're in an accident, you need to turn to a proven, trusted attorney at Cannon & Dunphy. I'm Pat Dunphy, proud sponsor of our home team.
Hey, Milwaukee, need replacement windows? Buy 2, get 2 for free. Plus, no payments until 2027. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
It is a 2-1 Pirates lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Pittsburgh. Priester back out there. Eric Fetty was getting loose in the bottom of the 4th inning, but has since sat down. Priester at just 64 pitches back out there for the 5th inning. He'll get 2, 3, and 4 for the Pirates. Horwitz, Reynolds, and Pham to hit for Pittsburgh. Quinn has scattered 6 hits, allowed just the 2 runs. He's battled tonight. First pitch brought home to Horwitz, misses down and away with a sinker. It's 1-0. Wouldn't deem this as one of the most dominant starts that Quinn Priester's put together this year. 1-0 is a fly ball into shallow center, racing in his Churio, but going out is the shortstop Ortiz, and he'll make the catch in shallow center for the first out of the inning. 1 away for Brian Reynolds. But sometimes I think you learn as much about a pitcher in an outing like this as you do on those nights when they just dominate and everything seems to be working for them. This is when you see the maturity, the maturation, the development of a pitcher. First pitch to Brian Reynolds is a strike with a cutter at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. And it's been a little tighter strike zone tonight, but Quinn hasn't complained. He's just kept on firing out there on the mound for the Brewers. Swing and a miss on a curveball. And it's 0-2 on Reynolds. And Reynolds will use a timeout. Usinger's has been Milwaukee's family-owned sausage shop since 1880. Enjoy the same great taste your grandfather did because Usinger's is still made the old world way. Don't try to make the most, just the best. Usinger's, America's finest sausage. 0-2 pitch. Reynolds took high on a cut fastball. It's 1-2. Pirates with a 2-1 lead. Pirates have action in their bullpen. Pitch brought home. It's a ground ball to second base. Terang gets around it, pats the glove, fires to first, and takes care of Reynolds. First two retired here for Priester, and tonight that is the first time he's retired the first two batters in any inning. That's the kind of night it's been in terms of the stress he's had to pitch through and the traffic he's had to try and navigate. That's why it's impressive. Only 2 runs across. Here's Pham. Takes a slider for strike one. And Quinn could use a 1-2-3 inning. He's at 71 pitches. Might earn himself the 6th. Here's a ground ball to short. Charging it is Ortiz. Gets it on a big hop with a backhand. Fires to first. And the inning is over. There was the 1-2-3 inning for Priester that he was looking for. We go to the 6th. 2-1 Pirates on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What's on Tap? Brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time. Every Sunday home game, 9 lucky kids ages 6 to 13 will appear on the field during the national anthem. Enter a child for their chance to have their major league moment today by visiting your local participating PNC Bank. Milwaukee Brewers baseball and Miller Lite.
Members of LIUNA are the most diverse trade in Wisconsin's construction industry, partnering with over 900 contractors to meet the demand for a skilled, safe, and productive workforce. Their union members construct roads, bridges, buildings, sewer and water lines, and energy infrastructure. Feel the power of a career as a member of the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, where you will earn great union wages, health care, and a pension. Learn why you are worth so much more by visiting liunawisconsin.org. LIUNA Wisconsin.org.
How can you not be romantic about this? This is the Brewers Radio Network.
We go to the 6th inning here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, and in between innings, we had the stand up to cancer. Stand up for somebody in your life that is battled or is battling cancer. Always a powerful moment at these ballparks. And everybody was given a placard and a chance to write down the names of the people that they stand up for. And a lot of, as you could imagine, signs with uke written on them. Out of the Brewers dugout, fans in the stands, and in this booth too. 2-1 Pirates. Carmen Mlodzinski takes over on the mound for Pittsburgh. Pitching to a 3.87 ERA on the year. So the Brewers able to get that one unearned run against Oviedo, but that was it against him. He teetered at times, but only gave up just that one hit. So Mlodzinski going through his warm-up tosses.
Lane, what the Pirates have been doing during this recent stretch where they've been so successful, they've taken starters that go about 3, 4, 5 innings. Tonight they got 5 from Oviedo, and then they got a bunch of other guys that are essentially second starting pitchers, like piggybackers. And Mlodzinski's one of them.
It's like A-ball.
Yeah.
They did it with Ashcraft the other night against the Dodgers.
And Carmen Mlodzinski, actually, 3 of his last 4 appearances were starts. So he theoretically could go the rest of the game if he pitches well.
Yeah, he initially was inserted into the rotation when Andrew Heaney was let go and didn't make his scheduled start for the Pirates a couple of weeks ago.
You're right, it does kind of have a little bit of a minor league feel when you run a pitching staff that way, but it has worked out because their pitchers have done a very nice job.
They do it a lot in the lower levels of the minors because you have young arms and you're trying to develop a lot of those guys as starting pitchers to begin with at the beginning of their careers, find out who can be starters, who are destined for the bullpen later on, and so that's how you see it done a lot in low A especially. But Mlodzinski takes over here, and it'll be Churio, Contreras, and Frelick to hit for the Brewers in the top of the 6th, which is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Mark Nelson from Janesville. Mark will win a gift card jackpot of $300 if a member of the crew hits a home run this inning. Mlodzinski looks in to Churio, and the first pitch is through there for a strike at 96. It's 0-1. $100 added to the total for each additional home run this half. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter service and savings. That's Woodman's. The 0-1 and Churio, a ground ball and a leaping stop by Horwitz at first. And he feeds to Mlodzinski covering over at first, and they just barely got him. Brewers will see if they're going to challenge it. And the Brewers will not challenge it. It is a very good play by Horwitz. It was a big chopper on the right side of the infield. He had to climb the ladder and make a really acrobatic catch, and it was as close as it gets at first. But I think he just got there maybe by a centimeter before Churio did, and there's one away. So here's Contreras. First pitch brought home to William, and it's a backup curveball that missed inside, 1-0. So one away. Mlodzinski brings home the pitch, and it's a liner past Horwitz and into right field for a base hit for Contreras. So that one does get through. That one was hit hard off the bat of Contreras at 109. So Churio's ground out was 107, but straight down into the dirt. That one was a liner at 109. Brewers with some hard contact against Mlodzinski here in the 6th. That's just the second hit of the game for the Brewers, and now here's Sal Frelick. Frelick 0 for 1 with a walk. Mlodzinski brings home the pitch, and the curveball missed down, 1-0. Mlodzinski looks in. 1-0 pitch. And Sal took a curveball for a strike on the inner half. It's 1-1. Wind is pretty much a non-factor now. Pleasant night at the ballpark as it cools off a little bit as the evening hours are upon us. 1-1 pitch. Sal hits one in the air down the left field line and foul out of play. 1-2 on Frelick. Frelick walked back in the 4th inning. Brewers chasing a run here in the top of the 6th inning. It is 2-1 Pittsburgh in game 1 of this series. Pittsburgh has pitched it well, not just against the Brewers, but against everybody of late. 1-2 pitch. Missed outside. That was the curveball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. How about the stat I read today? 17 shutouts this year. For a last-place team to throw 17 shutouts and still 20 games left in the season. Frelick took inside. That was a changeup that time. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Contreras hit first with 1 out here. Brewers trying to put a rally together against this Pirates bullpen. 3-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate by Frelick. That got a piece of his foot. Sal seems to be okay. Goes for just a little walk. Yep, got the inside part of his front foot.
He might lead the league in those.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes. A little extra time for Sal to get back in the box as Mlodzinski looks in. There goes the runner. The pitch is a chopper over the head of Mlodzinski. Charging it is the second baseman, York, and he has to eat the baseball. Frelick at first on an infield single. Just a chopper straight down into the dirt. It got over the head of Mlodzinski. Once it did, you knew this was going to be a very challenging play for the second baseman, York. And probably pretty wise to just put it in his pocket. He didn't really get it out of the glove cleanly when he tried to make the exchange anyway. And so the Brewers have first and second and 1 away. And this is a big spot for Andrew Vaughn. First offering to Vaughn. And a swing and a miss. A little late on a sinker that was in off the plate. It's 0-1. Vaughn is 0 for 2, a strikeout. And chopped one back to the pitcher. Mlodzinski looks at second. And the 0-1 pitch. Roller foul. Third base side. Quickly 0-2 on Vaughn. First and second, 1 out. Bowers is in the on-deck circle for the Brewers. And Brewers with multiple base runners. First time they've had that since that first inning. Mlodzinski looking in. 0-2 on Vaughn. Down in the dirt. It gets away from Bart, but not far enough for Contreras to chance it and try to break for third. So he stays put. That was a changeup down in the dirt. Landed right behind the plate in the dirt. It's 1-2 here on Vaughn, trying to get himself back in this count. Mlodzinski looks in, and now time is called by Bart. He's going to go out and chat things over with Mlodzinski. Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the Sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. Quiet in the Brewers bullpen. Priester had that 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th inning, and that has bought him another inning, at least to start in the 6th. He's only a little north of 70 pitches. 1-2, and Vaughn down in the dirt. It's going to get away from Bart, and moving up 90 feet are both Contreras and Frelick. That was another changeup down in the dirt from Mlodzinski. Bart couldn't smother that one. And a wild pitch moves both runners up, and now 2 in scoring position. And a 2-2 count on Vaughn, and now it's imperative that Vaughn try to put a ball in play. Double play ball no longer of concern. 2-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Got him with a curveball at the very bottom of the strike zone, and that is a disappointing outcome for Andrew Vaughn. 0 for 3 tonight for Vaughn. And now it's going to be up to Bowers. Second and third and 2 outs. Bowers tonight is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 2-1 Pirates in the top of the 6th. Mlodzinski, first pitch, and Bowers swings on it, fouls it back into the second deck just below us. It is 0-1 on Jake. Jake still trying to get it going since he came back off the injured list. 0-1. Fouled out of play, third base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Mlodzinski with a fastball belt high at 97. Jake just a little bit late. Crowd making some noise here for Mlodzinski. 0-2 on Bowers. The pitch down and in with a curveball. And it is 1-2. Mlodzinski's thrown some pitches here in this 6th inning. But again, Brewers going to need a clutch 2-out hit to get something done here. 1-2 on Bowers. The pitch. And And he took it low. That was a curveball again. 2-2 the count. Durbin in the on-deck circle for the Crew. Bowers trying to battle here after falling behind early in this count against Mlodzinski. Quiet in the Pirates bullpen. This is all about Carmen Mlodzinski right now for Don Kelly. 2-2 is a liner into right. That's going to get down for a base hit. Contreras trots home. Around third is Frelick. He will score. And a 2-1 deficit turns into a 3-2 lead for the Crew. Jake Bowers gets it done with a clutch 2-out single into right. And the Brewers have grabbed the lead. Boy, wasn't it bad for Bowers? And you were just so concerned that the Brewers were going to waste this opportunity. But that is a very clutch swing from the Brewers' designated hitter. And now here's Durbin with Bowers at first and 2 outs. Mlodzinski brings home the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
And he was behind 0-2 very quickly. You're right, Lane. That was a fantastic at-bat by Jake. Huge swing.
Mlodzinski's 0-1 pitch. That missed inside with a curveball. It's 1-1. Brewers have had their struggles over the last couple of weeks, save for maybe Friday and Saturday in Toronto, hitting with runners in scoring position. It's been a stat they flourished in for the majority of the season. Durbin, a liner back up the middle and into center field, base hit. Bowers will stop at second as Cruz and that big arm is charging that ball in center. So now first and second. And the Brewers with 4 hits in this inning. They had 1 all game coming into this top of the 6th. That was a changeup, and Durbin just went down below the zone and smoked it back up the middle. Wasn't hit all that hard. And now here's Joey Ortiz. Mlodzinski brings home the pitch, and that missed outside. 1-0. Pirates starting to scramble their bullpen a little bit. 25 pitch inning already for Mlodzinski. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes on Ortiz. Caleb Durbin's not been retired in this game. Hit by a pitch, walked, and now that's single. And if anything, it just extends the inning on a guy that I'm sure Don Kelly wanted to get 6, maybe 9 outs out of tonight. Pitch is outside. 3 balls and no strikes. And right now, if you're the Brewers, it's such a conservative strike zone. With the lead, you can be really choosy. Nothing wrong with getting a walk here and loading the bases for Bryce Terang, of all people. 3-0's way outside. Mlodzinski's lost the strike zone, and now they're loaded. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. And Oscar Marine, the pitching coach, is out there for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound to chat with Mlodzinski, who's at 28 pitches. Again, action just started in that Pirates bullpen. Brewers had first and second and 1 out. Then Vaughn struck out, and you worried they weren't going to get anything out of this. But then Bowers with the clutch 2-out, 2-run RBI. Or I should say 2-run single. And then Durbin extends it with the base hit. Now Ortiz has walked. Ortho ASAP walked right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. And they are loaded up for Bryce Terang, who was Mr. Grand Slam a season ago. 1 for 3 in this game today. Mlodzinski's first pitch is low with a curveball, and it's 1-0. This will be pitch number 30 in the inning for Mlodzinski. And Bryce took it high. 2 balls and no strikes. He has absolutely lost the strike zone. And this is not a good night to do it again, because borderline pitches are going the way of the hitters in this game so far tonight. 2-0 on Terang. The pitch, and that's a strike. On the inside edge at 97, it's 2-1. A 3-2 Brewers lead here in the sixth. Kyle Nicholas is getting loose in the bullpen for the Pirates. 2-1. Terang fouls it back into the net. It's 2-2.
That was the one he wanted. Got the fastball about knee-high down the middle.
And those are the ones that Bryce has been putting over the wall here of late. 2-2 pitch. And a chopper up the middle. Gloved by Gonzalez. The shortstop behind the bag at second. Throws to first and gets Terang by a step and a half. And the inning is over. Thought for a second that might sneak through and the Brewers were going to be able to pad it. But a nice play by Gonzalez. But the Brewers take the lead on the two-run single from Jake Bauers. 3-2 grew as we go to the bottom of the sixth on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brenda. In response to multiple street takeovers, Milwaukee City officials plan to impose a $500 citation for anyone involved in those takeovers. Milwaukee Public Schools announces that all schools built before 1950 are free of lead dust. Tonight's going to be partly cloudy, breezy and cool with a low of 46 degrees. Saturday's going to be partly cloudy and breezy with a high of 64 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, 620 WTMJ.
Most things people do could be done more safely. Sometimes it's common sense. Sometimes it's innovating a better way. But it's always about minimizing risk. For this purpose, West Bend is willing to come check out your business and help minimize your risks. It's precisely because of thinking like this that West Bend has been keeping businesses and employees safe for over 125 years. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com. West Bend. The worst brings out our best.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
You'll never miss a game on the home of the Brewers.
We would never do such a thing on the television side. Yeah, right.
620 WTMJ.
Glenn Priester back out there for the Crew. He gets to pitch with the lead for the second time tonight. Brewers led 1-0 until the Pirates tied it in the bottom of the second inning. It is a 3-2 Brewers lead. And for Priester at 72 pitches, he will get McCutchen, Gonzalez, and Cruz for the Pirates here. Priester got his first 1-2-3 inning of the night back in the fifth inning. McCutchen 0 for 2. Soft line out in his first at-bat, struck out in his second at-bat. Takes a first pitch strike with a cut fastball, and it's 0-1. Big swing from Jake Bauers. Took a 2-1 deficit, turned it into a 3-2 lead for the Brewers in the top of the sixth. Curveball missed down and away. It's 1-1 on McCutchen. On a beautiful night in Pittsburgh. Two balls and one strike. Slider missed in. Priester's 2-1. Rolled foul into the Pirates dugout. It's 2-2. Came back with a sinker on the inner part of the plate. Priester looking in. And the 2-2 pitch. And that missed low with a cutter. It is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now McCutchen will use his timeout so Priester can back off the rubber for a moment. McCutchen has been a thorn in the Brewers' side over the years. Swing and a miss. He won't be this time. Priester strikes him out with a cutter off the plate away. McCutchen went after it. It's an ortho ASAP strikeout. That is number 4 on the night for Priester. And there's one away for Nick Gonzalez, who doubled back in the second inning. Lined out to Terang in the third. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Would you like to venture a guess or get into the neighborhood as to how many games McCutcheon's played against the Brewers in his career?
0-1 is a fly ball to right, pushing back Frelick a few steps, but in the ballpark for him. Makes the catch about 5 feet shy of the warning track. There's 2 down now for O'Neal Cruz. I'm going to guess he played no games against them in 2022.
That's right.
I'm going to guess 80. Oh, it's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than that.
Yes.
Cruz takes his strike. It's 0-1. He's hit 40 home runs against the Brewers in his career, so it's got to be like a full season worth, like 160-ish, I would think.
Yep, tonight is 188.
Yeah. 0-1. Swing and a foul back to the backstop. It's 0-2. Yeah, and not all of those have been in the Central. I mean, he was with Philadelphia, he was with the Yankees, he was with the Giants. Never played against the Brewers with the Yankees, but certainly did with Philadelphia and San Francisco on a few occasions. No balls and 2 strikes on Cruz. Priester trying to make it another 1-2-3 inning. The pitch. And he missed down and in with a curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. This has been a really impressive outing for Quinn Priester on so many levels. There is action again in that Brewers bullpen. 1-2 pitch. That missed outside. Curveball trying to clip the back door and missed. It's 2-2 on Cruz. Fetty is getting loose again for the Brewers. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a curveball. Quinn Priester has gotten better as the night has gone along here in Pittsburgh. He's through 6. He's given up just the 2 runs. 3-2 Brewers lead as we head to the 7th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
At Prevea Orthopedics and HSHS Hospitals, we understand all the ways you move. From the ways you love to move, to the ways you need to move, and the ways you want to move. Movement looks different for everyone. That's why we specialize in you, providing the expert care you need for all the ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit prevea.com/ortho.
Dear baseball fans, swing into action with Toyota's 2025 lineup. Leading off, the RAV4, a utility all-star that delivers in the clutch. On deck, the spacious Grand Highlander, followed by the fuel-savvy Corolla. Next up, our slugger Tacoma, bringing upper deck power every at-bat. And rounding out the lineup, the playmaking all-hybrid Camry. For more, visit Toyota.com or your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin honors trust and commitment on your behalf before, during, and after the sale.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. PellaWI.com.
Now take another look out your windows. Upgrade with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. Right now, you can score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. It is a 3-2 Brewers lead as we go to the 7th inning. Kyle Nicholas will take over on the mound for the Pirates, and taking over on the mic for us, here's Josh Maurer.
Thank you very much, Lane. Trying to add on to this 1-run lead with Collins, Churio, and Contreras. 2, 3, and 4 on the card tonight. Coming up against the hard-throwing right-hander Kyle Nicholas. Well, Carmen Mydzinski, we thought they might try to get multiple innings out of him, but because of how hard he had to work in the 6th, just 1 inning, and he's on the hook for the loss. Pitch coming to Collins. Line down the left field line. Fair ball. Oh, he kept it inside the chalk, and then it rolls off the sidewall. Going to pick it up is Tommy Pham in foul territory. By the time he does, Collins is at second base, opposite field leadoff double. He's got such lightning quick hands. I'm not sure how he kept that ball fair. What a great job on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. When you're a left-handed hitter and you hit a ball like that the opposite way almost all the time, you feel like it's going to slice foul. But it was fair by at least a foot. So Collins at second, nobody out for Jackson Chourio. First pitch, big swing and a miss at a high fastball up above the zone. $75 donated for every Brewers double all season by West Bend to the Mac Fund. Chourio's 0 for 3. The 0-1. Ground ball hit to shortstop. Will not be able to advance the runner as it's played by Gonzalez. Make sure Collins goes back to second, does Nick Gonzalez, and throws out Chourio. It's a big first out for Nicholas. 3-2 Brewers. And now William Contreras to the plate.
Catcher William Contreras.
Majinski gave up 4 hits and a walk in the 6th. After Oviedo, the starter, just 1 unearned run and 1 hit in his 5 innings. And now it is Nicholas, who's got a big arm. Pitch to William, just a little bit outside with a curve. 3rd year being part of the Pirates bullpen for Nicholas. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Slider. Maybe a little bit low, 93 mile an hour. Slide piece there from Nicholas. William started the 2-run rally with a 1-out single last inning. He's hit a couple of balls very hard here today. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch is low and away, and it's 2-1. He checked his swing. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers and 2 fries for only $17.99. Win, lose, home or away. Visit georgewebb.com for locations and details. 1 for 3 officially, Contreras. The 2-1. And on the ground up the middle, play for the shortstop, Gonzalez to his left. He's going to gobble it up, throw in time to get William. On that one, Collins is able to advance because it was hit to the left of the shortstop. Didn't have enough mustard on it to get it through. And so now you've got a runner at third with 2 out. And here comes Sal Frelick looking for that insurance run in the 7th. Sal had a Baltimore chop infield hit last inning. 1 for 2. He's also walked. The pitch. Down and in. He somehow jumps out of the way of a pitch that was coming right at his ankles. Did not hit him. By all right, it probably should have. That was acrobatic by Mr. Frelick to get out of the way.
He was headed right for his knee.
He did the jackknife. Runner at third in the 1-0. Down and in on a curveball. That was coming towards his lower body as well. Did not have to escape it, though. It just went into the catcher's mitt. 2-0. Got Vaughn on deck. Brewers scored 2 last inning and lead this series opener 3-2 in the 7th. The 2-0. Down and in, look out again. Wow, right at the ankles again of Frelick. And he just did that limbo. And the jump and the thrust back to escape being hit on an almost identical pitch to the first one.
What are the odds that none of those 3 would have hit him?
Minuscule. What are the odds that Sal's feeling comfortable in the left-handed box right now? 3-0 the count. 2 out in the pitch. Took inside. Well, it's ball 4. And Kyle Nicholas, who threw that ball 98 miles an hour, very nearly plunked Mr. Frelick with all 4 of the offerings. Walk right in for a second time tonight. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin says to Sal Frelick. There is a difference, so they're on the corners with 2 out for Vaughn. Andrew is 0 for 3. He has struck out a couple of times with runners in scoring position, but he gets another opportunity here in the 7th. There goes Frelick. First pitch, down and away. Good catch by Bart, so he's not even going to try a throw. It's an uncontested steal for Sal. That is 5 straight out of the strike zone from Kyle Nicholas. Leading by a run, 2nd and 3rd after Frelick swipes the bag. That is his 19th of the year. The 1-0. Vaughn lays off a high one. It's 2-0. Every stolen base means that the Brewers bag a donation for Special Olympics Wisconsin, courtesy of Delta Dental and Delta Vision, 2 great plans and one name you trust. Hitters count for Mr. Vaughn. 2-0 coming. Line drive to right field. Backing up is Reynolds. Still back. Reaches out over the shoulder and makes a great catch. Oh, a step in front of the right field scoreboard. He caught it, banged into the wall, and held onto the baseball. Brian Reynolds just saved 2 runs. And who knows, maybe the chances of winning this game for the Pirates in the process. What a catch. Man, Andrew Vaughn, an opposite field bid that gets robbed. Brewers strand a pair, and Quinn Priester is going back to work as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It remains 3-2 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Step up to the plate. It's Quick Trip's Around the Bases contest with Hershey's. Want in? It's easy. Just stop by your neighborhood Quick Trip. Purchase a Hershey's, Reese's, Twizzlers, or Jolly Ranchers. Buy it with your Quick Rewards, and boom, you're entered. If you're selected and the Brewers score in the first inning, you get a $100 Quick Trip gift card, courtesy of Hershey's. Get all the details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Quick Trip and Hershey's, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Get in on the Brewers postseason action with your 2026 season seat membership. You'll get access to purchase 2025 postseason home games when you become a new 2026 season seat member. Get started at brewers.com/season tickets. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA. Brewers fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Brewers fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode. Because game day is for cheering on the Brew Crew with your crew. US Cellular, built for us.
We'll take some more of that.
Swinging a line drive, deep center. It's gone. A walk-off home run.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me, Smalls.
What a catch by Brian Reynolds in right field. Saved 2 runs, and the Brewers' lead over the Pirates remains 1. 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Quinn Priester has retired 8 in a row, and he is back to work against Joey Bart. First pitch. Drops in, strike 1 inside corner. This is the last Pirate batter to reach base. He got hit by a pitch in the batting glove in the 4th. Quinn has settled in since in the 0-1. Foul back up over the screen. Cutter, good pitch. All that Bart could do was spoil, and it's 0-2.
Brewers have Rob Zastryzny up in the bullpen. One would think that may be for Spencer Horwitz if the inning would get to that point.
0-2. Very high on a cut fastball again. Yeah, that would be the 4th batter due up in the inning. You've got Bart, Nick York, the rookie, and then Jared Triolo due. 8, 9, and 1 on the card. Chasing a run. The 1-2. Breaking ball low. Did he swing? No. Curve dip below the knees of Bart. First base umpire Ramon De Jesus says he did not offer. Ooh, that was close. I'm getting a replay. 2-2, down and away. The cutter, and from 0-2, it's full counts. Rob Z getting loose, as Lane told you. Big pitch, 3-2 to begin the 7th. 3-2 Milwaukee. Quinn with a 3-2. Breaking ball got him looking. A curveball knee high and right over the heart of the plate. Ring him up. That is a great pitch. A knee buckler. And 1 down in the 7th inning. Quinn Priester's getting better as this outing is getting longer. In fact, 3 of the last 4 outs have been ortho ASAP strikeouts. Here's Nick York, and the rookie takes low. You can start healing faster with ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. York is grounded out twice. The 1-0. Outside on that cut fastball, 2-0. This run of 9 in a row retired started with York when he hit into a huge double play back in the fourth. The 2-0. Chopped on the ground up the third base line. That's a fair ball played by Durbin. Bounces a throw across, and it's in time to get York. That was really difficult. It was a slow chopper that just bounded maybe over top the third base bag, ruled fair, and Caleb made that nice throw with Vaughn stretching out towards the outfield to pick it on the hop. 2 down. And the lineup card turns over to Jared Triolo. The 7th inning stretch has been sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. The Island is your premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, and the place to be. Book your trip today at IslandResortAndCasino.com.
It is just shocking the kind of defensive third baseman Caleb Durbin has turned into. When we watched him play that position in the spring, frankly, and I don't think we were the only ones, there was like this look of, I don't know if he can play third. He's turned into a plus defender at the hot corner.
First pitch to Jared Triolo. Outside corner, a strike after Contreras paid a mound visit. We'll talk about Triolo, who's 0 for 3. I think Caleb Durbin feels like every passing week gets better and better over there, to the point where now you feel like he's one of the best that you've seen. Maybe anywhere this year at third. Pitch. Line drive towards short. Caught by Ortiz. Knuckling right at him. He caught it about knee high. And it's a 1-2-3 7th inning for Quinn Priester. He had a battle early, but boy, did he get great late in the outing. 7 innings of terrific baseball against his former team for Quinn. We're going to the 8th. 3-2 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time to clear the air. When you use ethanol in your vehicle, it burns cleaner than regular fuel. But it does more than that. It's better for your engine. It's more affordable. And it supports farmers right here in Wisconsin. And really, don't we all deserve cleaner air? The Wisconsin Biofuels Association encourages you to do your part. Fill up with unleaded 88. It's better for all of us. Learn more at wibiofuels.org.
The sound of baseball. Statewide.
It is up, it is good!
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Yohan Ramirez. And the Brewers have seen quite a bit the last couple of years in several different Major League uniforms. Comes into pitch. He's going to be the 4th hurler for the Pirates. In the 8th inning, it's 3-2 Milwaukee. Another low-scoring nail-biter. Lane Grindle, it's all yours. We've had a lot of these over the last few weeks, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Jake Bowers, who is the hero of the night so far for the Brewers, will lead things off. Well, he and Quinn Priester, of course. Yohan Ramirez making his 18th appearance, a 5.67 ERA for the right-hander. Pitch missed outside. It's 1-0. We've also set a Guinness Book of World Records record tonight. I bet you didn't know this, Josh. Here at PNC Park. Ramirez looks in. 1-0 pitch. Bowers took down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. This has tied a record of the most Johans to pitch in one game against the Brewers with their names spelled differently. Johan Oviedo, Johhan. Johan Ramirez, Yohan. 2-0 to Bowers. He is a strike on the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Unofficially, I actually don't know if that's a record, but I think the way I set that up, it would have to be.
You had certainly piqued my interest. Well, that means that then Craig Yoho has to pitch at some point?
Yes. I think we got to get... Well, Craig Yoho has to pitch against the Pirates, just period. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ramirez brings home the pitch and a swing and a foul straight down into the dirt. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jake Bowers. Jared Koenig is getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. A 3-2 lead for the Crew here in the top of the 8th. Trying to add on a little bit. Today's 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Earn great union wages and benefits. Building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. That's L-I-U-N-A, Wisconsin.org. 2-2s outside of the curveball. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Feel the power. Bowers had the 2-run single back in the 6th. Ramirez kicks and delivers, and this is smoked back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Johan Ramirez had to duck to get out of the way of that baseball. Bowers hit it very hard right back up the middle. And how about Jake Bowers? 2 big swings tonight. He's 2 for 4. He got the barrel to it. 104.4 off the bat of Jake Bowers. And leadoff man aboard yet again for the Brewers. That is the 4th time tonight they've had the leadoff man on. And now here's Caleb Durbin. Ramirez brings home the pitch. It's a strike. There goes the runner. The throw to second, not in time. Bowers, throw got there about the same time, but Bowers, I think, was pretty nifty with his left hand while sliding into the bag. Pirates seeing if they want a challenge. Don Kelly looking in, and they will not. It's a really nice job of that left hand by Bowers. 1 ball and 1 strike the count here on Caleb Durbin, who's yet to be retired in this game. Hit by a pitch, he's walked, and he's singled. Ramirez out of the stretch. The pitch. And a chopper foul back behind home plate. No balls and 2 strikes on Durbin.
Remember this from the last series last month against the Pirates. The Brewers feel like they can really run on Joey Bart. And they've done it again tonight to the tune of 3 for 3 in stolen bases. That's such a huge part of their success so often.
0-2 pitch, and this is hit down the right field line. Reynolds tracking it. He'll make the catch. Running into the corner, tagging it second on his way to third is Bowers. He's there with 1 out. So a good job of getting the runner to third with less than 2 outs by Durbin. Put a pretty good swing on the baseball. Reynolds able to track it down. By the way, that stolen base by Bowers means another donation to our friends at Special Olympics Wisconsin, courtesy of Delta Dental and Delta Vision. 2 great plans in one name you trust. Well, the Brewers hunting a big network health insurance run. The infield has to come in for the Pirates, and Joey Ortiz is at the plate. Joey's put it in play twice tonight. He's also walked. Ramirez brings home the first pitch, and Joey a swing and a miss at a curveball way down and away. And it's 0-1. You can score big with a health insurance plan from Network Health. Find a winning plan to fit your needs at networkhealth.com. Runner at third is Bowers. He's there with 1 out. Infield is in for Pittsburgh. Ramirez brings home the 0-1. And Ortiz, a fly ball to the left. This is shallow. Pham racing in. He'll make the catch. Bowers takes a couple of steps towards home. And now the throw is deflected by the shortstop Triolo trying to cut it. But staying put at third is Bowers. That of no consequence. And so, again, the Brewers put a ball in the air, but not deep enough. Had the same issue earlier in the game. And now it's going to take a clutch 2-out hit, this time from Terang. Brewers have had their struggles again tonight with runners in scoring position. Just 1 for 16 with runners in scoring position. First pitch to Turang is outside of the curveball, and it's 1-0. And that is a huge run, standing 90 feet away right now with 2 outs here in the 8th. It's a Pirates team that struggles to score runs. So every additional tack on you can get is a big deal. 1-0, a swing and a miss at a curveball down and in. Bryce fooled by that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike on Turang. Collins in the on-deck circle for the Brewers. Ramirez looks in. The 1-1 to Bryce. And he's able to check this time on a curveball down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Brewers, I think, were holding things up to see if that hit him in the back leg. But they won't challenge it. Boy, it almost did, but I don't think it did. 2-1 on Turang. Ramirez looks in. And the pitch. And a liner into left. It's a base hit for Turang. Bowers trots home. And the Brewers have played it a huge insurance run here in the 8th. It is 4-2 Crew. Great swing by Bryce Turang. It was a curveball, belt high, middle away maybe, and he just went with that pitch. A guy that has hit so many home runs, but understanding the moment and putting the right swing on that pitch to get the run home for the Brewers. And an elusive hit with a runner in scoring position for the Crew. 4-2 Brewers. Here's Collins. First pitch, and Isaac swings on it and fouls it back into the net. It's 0-1. See if Turang takes off at some point. Turang now with 71 driven in on the year. As Ramirez looks in. The pitch, way outside. And it's 1-1. Collins had shown bunt, pulled the bat back. Runner at first and 2 outs here. Collins has that double back in the 7th inning. 1-1's way outside. Fastball at 96. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Brewers looking for their 87th win of the year here tonight. They have a 4-2 lead in the 8th inning. Collins officially 1 for 3. He's been on base twice. And the pitch fouled out of play third base side. 2-2. Isaac goes for a little walk and now gets back into the box. Brewers have seen a lot of Ramirez just in a lot of different uniforms over the last couple of years. 2-2 pitch. Did he check? They appealed to third. He did not. He went around, says Adrian Johnson. Collins strikes out and the inning is over. But the Brewers get a huge insurance run on an RBI single from Bryce Turang. 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
You know the voice.
Fly ball, right field, out of here!
You know the iconic calls.
Fly ball, deep right! Back to back!
And you know he's our Brewers 360 guest on Wisconsin's Morning News. Every Wednesday at 8:45. It's Brewers broadcaster Jeff Levering. Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Loyalty, family,
Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scafidi and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handle all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
Sit back, relax, and catch a home run or two.
Way gone! Bye-bye baseball!
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning here in Pittsburgh. It is a 4-2 Brewers lead. Jared Koenig takes over on the mound for the Crew. Blake Perkins enters the game in center field. And Jackson Churio moves from center to left field. So Collins is out of this game. He made the last out of the top of the 8th inning. So if things go according to plan for the Brewers, his spot wouldn't come back up again anyway. What a night for Quinn Priester. 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. He was dominant tonight, especially late. Cam Devaney is going to lead things off for the Pirates, former Brewer farmhand. Pitch misses down and in. It's 1-0. This is who the Brewers gave up to the Royals for Taylor Clark a couple of off seasons ago. Koenig's 1-0 pitch is popped up foul back behind home plate and out of play. Cam Devaney, 28 years old, 15th round pick of the Brewers back in 2019. Koenig's 1-1. That dotted the inside edge. And it is 1-2 on Devaney. Devaney, a right-handed hitter, the pitch. And got him looking. Nailed the inside edge with a sinker at 97. And a rare borderline pitch that went the way of the pitcher tonight. That's not been necessarily the case. Looked like it was all over the inside edge of the strike zone from Koenig. And so Devaney hitting in Horwitz's spot. Strikes out to begin the 8th inning. And now here's Brian Reynolds, who flips around right-handed. First offering to Reynolds is a strike at the top of the zone. And it's 0-1. Reynolds 0 for 2 officially with a walk in this game. Brewers with a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th. Koenig's pitch missed away with curveball. It is 1-1. Priester goes 7 innings, 6 hits. Bounced into, and nobody reached from that point forward. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Reynolds. The pitch. And he checked on a pitch that was a little high. Fastball at 97. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. They did appeal to first, and Ramon De Jesus said he didn't go. I think he probably got that right. In real time, at least. 2-2 pitch. And he dotted the inside edge again. Fastball at 97. And a strikeout looking of Brian Reynolds. So back-to-back ortho ASAP strikeouts for Koenig, who has quietly really been solid over the last couple of weeks at a time where the Brewers have really needed him to be. So here's Tommy Pham. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Well, they call September the dog days. August and September, really.
during the Major League Baseball season. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Summer dog days, summer broad days, summer Pine River cheese spread days. And, of course, every day is a Cedar Crest ice cream day. No balls and 2 strikes on Pham. Koenig kicks, delivers, and that one just missed. A little bit low with a sinker. 1-2 is the count. Pham tonight is 1 for 3. Had the RBI double back in the 3rd inning. Koenig's 1-2 pitch. Just missed with a curveball away, and the count evens at 2-2. Koenig looks in. 2-2 pitch. Missed inside. That one didn't miss by a lot. Technically missed. Count has gone full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Koenig trying to work a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 8th inning. Has a full count here against Tommy Pham. The pitch. And a fly ball, foul territory, right field. It's going to get out of play. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Tommy Pham. Pham's been a very hot hitter. I told you earlier in the game, since late June, he's hitting .323. Been a big part of this offense over the second half of the season. Koenig's 3-2 pitch. Rolled foul up the third baseline. We do it again at 3-2. Koenig 15, now 16 pitches in this inning. Brewers trying to take game 1 of this 3-game series. Cubs winners earlier today. So now the lead is at 5. A win tonight would push you back to 5.5. 3-2 pitch. And a liner to center right in the tracks of Blake Perkins. Barely has to move to squeeze it for the final out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Koenig in the 8th inning, and 14 straight set down by this Brewers pitching staff. We go to the 9th. Brewers with a 4-2 lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of our Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try our new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Blue Moon Light is a wheat beer brewed with real tangerine peel for exceptional taste at only 95 calories. And Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic is everything you love about Blue Moon without the alcohol. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Your hometown crew.
Yelich trying to steal home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe.
No matter where you live.
Yelich sprinted home.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
It is 4-2 Brewers as we go to the top of the 9th inning here at PNC Park. And before Jackson Churio hits 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Josh Maurer and Kent Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here tonight on a Friday night at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Colin Holderman will take over on the mound for the Pirates. 22nd appearance of the year. 0-1 with a 7.66 ERA for a guy that at times has looked like a dominant reliever in his time with Pittsburgh. First pitch to Chourio, swung on and fouled straight back into the net. And it's 0-1. Last year made 55 appearances, pitched to a 3.16, kind of in a setup role for the Pirates. But he has had his struggles and health issues over the course of this year. Holderman looks in. The 0-1 to Chourio is a bouncer foul up the third baseline. It's 0-2. Sinker at 98. It is a 4-2 Brewers lead. Brewers trying to add on to it here in the ninth inning. Some changes for the Pirates defensively after Cam Devaney pinch hit. York moves over to first base. Gonzalez goes to second. Devaney is at third and Triolo's the shortstop. As Chourio ends up striking out and is in frustration as he walks back into the dugout. Called out on that pitch on a breaking ball that just clipped the inside edge for Jackson Chourio. So a strikeout for Holderman, and that'll get Contreras to the plate for the Brewers. First pitch from Holderman is down and away. They appeal to first. He didn't go, and it's 1-0. Mets leading the Reds 5-4 in Cincinnati. That game's in the top of the eighth inning. The pitch. And that missed inside with a sweeper. 2 balls to no strikes on Contreras. San Francisco is leading St. Louis 4-0 in St. Louis in the top of the fourth. Remember, the postseason magic number is dictated now by San Francisco, not Cincinnati. Pitch is a strike. It's 2-1. So that number was 8 at the beginning of the day. Brewers hold on and win here tonight. It would go to 7. If San Francisco holds on, it would stay at 7. The pitch. That is a strike with a fastball at 98. Knee high, right at the very bottom of the zone. It's 2-2. In this battle between Holderman and William Contreras.
It's pretty amazing.
Time is called by Contreras, Josh.
Yeah, what San Francisco has done these last couple of weeks to work their way back into the wild card race. They were dead in the water. They're trying to win their 11th out of the last 12 games.
Think about that series in Milwaukee, which was kind of the beginning of that stretch for San Francisco. Here is a ground ball, hard hit under the glove of the second baseman Gonzalez and into right field. Another base hit for Contreras, his second of the night. And the Brewers have a one-out base runner here as Sal Frelick comes to the plate. Brewers had the walk-off the first night from Contreras. And then San Francisco wins game 2. And then that tough finish on Sunday where the Brewers had the lead and the Giants ended up coming from behind in the ninth inning to take the lead, hold on to it, and win the game. First pitch to Frelick. He's in there for a strike on a cut fastball. It's 0-1. Hey, you hear some murmurs of like, ooh, the Giants aren't that good of a team. No. You look at their roster, you look at their talent, and you go, that team is better than their record. And that's why it's a long season, and not to say the Giants are going to end up in the postseason. Frelick takes low and away with a cutter. Borderline pitch there that could have gone the pitcher's way. Didn't. And it's 1-1. But the point is, it is a postseason capable team. And now they're hot, and now they're playing their way into the conversation at least. 1-1. And a half swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Frelick. Sinker at 100 that time from Holderman. And they're feisty. See also the Kyle Freeland, Rafi Devers dust up at Coors Field last week. Willie Adames and Matt Chapman getting into that mix. Chapman was suspended a game, I believe. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Frelick. Contreras at first here in the ninth. Holderman. Long hold, now the pitch. And that missed low. Sinker at 100, and it, again, looked like it maybe caught the very bottom of the zone. That's just not been a strike tonight. Very few pitches on the edges have been strikes here tonight. It's been a tough night to pitch, which makes what Quinn Priester did that much more impressive. 2-2 pitch to Frelick. Chopped foul at the plate. And he got a piece of his leg again. Almost averages one per at bat. I can't imagine what Sal would look like if he was wearing shorts. He's got to have bruises up and down his shins.
He can't have enough armor on his lower body. Seriously. Shin guards, whatever it takes. That bounced up, hit him on the kneecap, it looked like.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on Frelick. Runner at first and 1 out. The pitch. And it's a sharply hit ground ball to short. Triolo bobbled it. Everybody's going to be safe. It was going to be a double play ball. Triolo, thinking that, bobbled it as he tried to hurry the exchange. And everybody's safe on an E6. So first and second and 1 away. Second error on Triolo tonight. Just sped himself up a little bit. Now here's Andrew Vaughn. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy is a refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. Let's go Brewers chant starting to break out here at PNC Park. Vaughn, first pitch from Holderman is a strike on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. Vaughn is 0 for 4, but he hit it 101 to the warning track in right in his last at bat, and it was a tremendous play by Reynolds that saved a couple of runs. 0-1. And Vaughn, a ground ball back up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman Gonzalez. The throw to first ends up off the facing of the Brewers dugout. Contreras around third. Slides in there safely at home. And the Brewers have added another run. It's 5-2 Crew. Well, Gonzalez did a great job getting to that ball. Remember, he just moved over to second base this inning. But the throw to first was airmailed over the head of York, the first baseman. It hit off the facing of the Brewers dugout. Contreras never really stopped running. Rounded third and scored. And ending up at third is Frelick. Brewers have him on the corners with 1 out now for Jake Bowers. So the second error of the inning. That is an E4. Just some tough fielding here tonight for Pittsburgh. They might rule it a hit and then an error. But it's got to be an error, too, because that's how Contreras scores. So it is a hit for Vaughn and no RBI for Vaughn, but the error allows Contreras to score.
He really deserved a hit tonight.
Yeah, he really did after what happened to him in the 7th. So here's Bowers, who's had a couple of really good swings in this one. Brewers with a 5-2 lead. And a big swing from Bowers might change what they would do pitching-wise. First pitch to Bowers is a sweeper that misses low, and it's 1-0. Pirates bring the infield halfway now. 2 errors in the inning for Pittsburgh. 1-0 pitch. Bowers took a sweeper for a strike at the very bottom of the zone. It's 1-1. So Eric Fetty joins Abner Uribe in that bullpen. And if the Brewers can tack on a run or two, Abner may sit down. 1-1, swing and a miss. And a good cutter in off the plate by Holderman. It's 1-2. Tough inning for Holderman. Gave up the base hit to Contreras, but otherwise he's made good pitches. The pitch. Bowers took down and in. 2-2 the count. Brewers have had a lot of innings tonight where the pitcher has been in the 20-plus pitch count area. Oviedo had that right out of the gate in the first inning. He was at 29. 2-2 is a called third strike right down the middle with a sinker at 99. That's the second out of the inning. And that'll get Durbin to the plate here with a chance to come up clutch for the Crew. He's had a good night. Only been retired once, officially 1 for 2. Holderman at 21 pitches brings home the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter down and away, and it's 0-1. Brewers with 5 runs on 10 hits tonight. They have had a plethora of base runners. They've stranded 10. A 1 down and away, and Durbin laid off that sweeper. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
This is their 20th at bat with a runner in scoring position.
How about that?
20.
And that is the thing on that stat. You know, we've talked about runners in scoring position, and it always fluctuates, comes and goes a little bit. 1-1 is a fly ball into left center. It'll be O'Neal Cruz camping underneath of it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Brewers tack on a big insurance run of the ninth. They lead it 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the ninth on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
Hi, John McGivern here. Did you know Network Health has been a leader in providing health plans in Wisconsin for over 41 years? A lot has changed in the last 4 decades, and Network Health remains as dependable and reliable as ever, providing health plans in 25 Wisconsin counties to over 126,000 members and growing. Join them. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Every family adventure begins with a vehicle you can trust. At Boucher Automotive Group, we're more than just a dealership. We're part of your journey.
For over 40 years, Boucher has helped Wisconsin families find the right vehicle with service you can count on.
Community is what fuels us, too. That's why you'll see us supporting local schools, Little League teams, golf outings, and other causes throughout the year.
From the first time you get behind the wheel to every service visit after, Boucher is there for all the miles and the memories that matter.
The Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
Here to accompany your drive.
He's off to the races.
You're listening to the home of the Brewers.
He's in there sliding.
620 WTMJ.
Brewers with a 5-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning, and Abner Uribe is on for a Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club saves opportunity. Save up to 55% on dental care from a network of trusted WDA dentists. Uribe will get McCutcheon, Gonzalez, and Cruz, who are scheduled to hit here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Again, the Brewers with a 5-2 lead. Abner looking for his 5th save of the year here in the bottom of the ninth. To finish that conversation, Josh, we're talking about runners in scoring position. Brewers have had 20 at-bats tonight with runners in scoring position. And it's a stat we look at a lot. It usually tells a pretty good story about what did or didn't happen in a game. But as I was saying, your success in those situations is always going to turn off and on over the course of 162, right? It's going to be uneven. Brewers on the whole have been good in that category over the course of this year. But what I think it does tell you is in those times where you're not getting those big hits with runners in scoring position, as McCutcheon stands in there, Uribe looks in and brings home the pitch, and it's a ground ball, softly hit towards short. Ortiz gets around it, throws to first in time, and that's the first out of the ninth inning, one away for Gonzalez. I think it shows you that you're still getting the same at-bats that you were getting during the 14-game winning streak. You're putting yourself in position often, and sometimes those big hits don't come at the right time. Those come and go over the course of a season. But if you're still accumulating a lot of opportunities with runners in scoring position, you're still getting quality at-bats at the plate for the most part. First pitch to Gonzalez is outside. It's 1-0. And that's been the case over these last couple of weeks.
I agree with everything you just said. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Great analysis.
Well done.
Appreciate that. We like it.
You.
We like it when you agree with me. 1-0 on Gonzalez, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sinker at 99, and he blew it past him. 1 ball and 1 strike on Gonzalez. Yep.
Nailed it.
Abner looks in. The 1-1 pitch. Chopper to short. Couple of hops out to Ortiz. Throw to first is low, but a good stretch by Vaughn. Takes care of Gonzalez. And there's 2 away for O'Neal Cruz. Now this is 1 out away from being a very satisfying victory for the Brewers. A Pirates team that just swept the Dodgers, playing some of the best baseball over the last 2 weeks of anybody in the game. And you were behind 2-1 going into the 6th. Grab the lead and tack on a little bit late as well. First pitch to Cruz, missed outside with a slider. It's 1-0. Cruz tonight has 2 hits. He is 2 for 3. Uribe's pitch. Nailed the outside edge with a sinker. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewers looking for win number 87 here tonight. And it's only September 5th. Pretty incredible stuff. 1-1 pitch. Cruz took a strike at the knees. Beautiful slider that time from Uribe. Abner looks in. Pirates down to their last strike. Uribe kicks, delivers, and a little 1-hopper to third. Durbin Field spins and throws to first in time to get Cruz. And the Brewers take game 1 in Pittsburgh by a final of 5-2 here tonight. The Brewers win their 87th of the season, and they had to earn this one here tonight against the Pirates. 5-2 your final. We're back to tell you all about it after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts,